Good morning, and let's welcome again to our late night conversation. Mo ní ẹ káàárọ̀ ní aago mẹ́rin ó kọjá ìṣẹ́jú méjì ní ọ̀dọ̀ tiwa ní London. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá tá ń bẹ nílé àti àwa tí a wà ní ẹ̀yìn odi. Mo kí ọba Elédùmarè tí ó tún fún wa ní àsìkò tí a tún wà yìí pé ká tún fi láǹfààní àti fi bára wa sọ̀rọ̀. Mo kí wa pé ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò. Ọláyọmí Kóìkì ni èmi ń jẹ́ tí gbogbo èèyàn mọ̀ sí Koiki Media ní a ti máa ń sọ pé bringing the world closer to your doorsteps. Mo kí ìyá tó bí mi lọ́mọ, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo kí gbogbo àwọn mọ̀lẹ́bí tí wọ́n dúró tì wá tí a jọ ń ṣe ètò náà. Mo tún fẹ́ ká jọ gbé yẹ̀wò ní àṣálẹ́ yìí ní ibikíbi tí ẹ bá ti láǹfààní àti fi gbọ́ wa. Ilé tí a fẹ́ sọ yìí òun náà ni Yorùbá, what more do we want? Do we want kí la fẹ́? What more do we want, to gain from Nigeria? Kí ni nǹkan tá a fẹ́ rí mú gan nínú Nàìjíríà? Kí lè àǹfààní tí a fẹ́ jẹ níbẹ̀ tí a fi ń sọ pé ká ṣì wà láàárín Nàìjíríà tí ó ń dá wa dúró gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹ̀yà kan tí ọba Elédùmarè dá dáadáa. Òun náà ni mo fẹ́ ká jọ gbé yẹ̀wò ní òru yìí. Tí ẹ bá ṣì wà ní ojú ọpọ́n, ẹ̀yin tí ẹ tí sùn, ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ gbé yẹ̀wò. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí i, mo kí yín pé ẹ tún káàbọ̀ sórí ètò tiwantiwa tí a mọ̀ sí Koiki Media, bringing the world closer to your doorstep. Mo kí wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí pé ẹ tún jẹ́ ká jọ gbọ́.
Koiki Media, we're bringing the world closer to your doorstep. Koiki Media, Koiki Media, Koiki Media, we're bringing the world closer to your doorstep. Koiki Media, Koiki Media, Koiki Media, we're bringing the world closer to your doorstep. Àwọn sálára àgbà yìí dá, àwa ló láṣà àti èdè. Ìgbéde lárugẹ nílẹ̀ Oòduà o, àwa gangan ni bàbá. Koiki Media, Koiki Media, Koiki Media, we're bringing the world closer to your doorstep. They never sabi wetin we carry for hand, but e dey move closer before dem go sabi. I said they never know wetin we carry for body, but e dey move closer before dem go sabi. Ọ̀kín lọ lọ́jà ẹyẹ, ìhun ló lájú. Ẹyẹ tó torí kodò bí àdó ọ̀pẹ̀dẹ̀ lẹ́nu. Ká ṣiṣẹ́ fún ilẹ̀ bàbá wa.
Mo kí wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí i.
Ká ṣiṣẹ́ fún ìlú bàbá wa.
A very good morning, my
Ká
welcome.
jùmọ̀ sowọ́pọ̀ ká lè gbójúlú àga. Odùduwà kò bá lè gbé wa. Ọmọ Odùduwà ṣe kiri.
Good
Ẹni
morning
dé
once again.
fún ẹ̀tọ́ adúláwọ̀. Ká lè jọ jùmọ̀ gbé. Ilẹ̀ ìlérí, àwa lè gba ògo ilẹ̀ wa. Ká ṣiṣẹ́ ká lè jọ gbàdé. Ká lè gbàdé adé adúláwọ̀. Àwa ni ìmọ̀lẹ̀ tí yóò tàn káàkiri. Ọmọ Odùduwà ni wá. Koiki Media, àwa là ń gbétò lárugẹ. Ètò tó kọjú owó tí wọ́n mọ̀ ní. Kásá, ẹgbẹ́ polówó ọjà wa kájé gbúgbà yín jẹ. Ètò tó kọjú owó tí wọ́n mọ̀ ní. À ń gbétò lárugẹ, à ń kásá lárugẹ. Ètò tó kọjú owó tí wọ́n mọ̀ ní. News and sports, ẹ máa rí gbọ́. Ètò tó kọjú owó tí wọ́n mọ̀ ní. Ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú alárẹ̀mí ló ní kí n máa ké tantan. Koiki Media, ọ̀rọ̀ lágbàdì mọ̀ mi. Má bá ṣẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ. Ọmọ Yorùbá nìyẹn, ọmọ Yorùbá tata wa. Àgbàdo rẹ̀, ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú alárẹ̀mí. ṣé yìí ló máa fi dìbò tẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin lọ́mọ onígbò máa dé. Ẹ̀yin lọ́mọ onígbò máa wọ̀. Ìgbò máa wọ̀ lájòjì ò gbọ́dọ̀ wọ̀. Àjòjì tó bá wọ̀ bẹ̀ á gbẹ̀dẹ̀ ní ẹ̀bọ̀ra. Ẹ̀yin lọ́ máa náwó òyìnbó tó dé. Ìgbà tó yìnbó dé o, owó náà dẹ́ tún pọ̀ sí o. Koiki Media sáwà ní bàbá. Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá. Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá. Àdàtọ̀ àtúnpèrè gidi. Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá. Àwa là ń pètò lárugẹ jẹ́ ká jọ gbọ́ wọn. Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá. Àtúnjà fẹ́tọ̀ ilẹ̀ wa, fẹ́tọ̀ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá. Ọmọ Òdùwà ni wá o, tọkàntọkàn. Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá. Ikú tí ó ṣe mí lébi òsì, àdéhùn bàbá yọ. Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá. We bring you one closer to your doorstep. Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá. Afẹ́fẹ́ tó fẹ́ òòrùn kan ní oko lára ni. Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá. Àpèrè gidi Olódùmarè ló fún wa ṣe. Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá. Gbogbo ayé ẹ gbọ́, àwa ní bàbá o. Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá. Ẹ máa bọ̀ wá ẹgbẹ́ polówó ọjà yín wá o. Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá. Odùduwà lágbèdá ní òtítọ́ lágbèdá ní. Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá. Àkìsọ̀dálẹ̀, àkìsọ̀díkìtà. Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá. Àgọ́tàn, àtúnpèrè gèdè. Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá. Koiki Media we bring you one closer to your doorstep. Àwọn ní bàbá. Koiki Media is around. Is around. Ladies and gentlemen, ẹ kú kalẹ̀ sílẹ̀, ẹ tẹ́tí ẹ gbọ́ ètò tó gbójúgbòmọ́. Ladies and gentlemen, ẹ kú kalẹ̀ sílẹ̀, ẹ tẹ́tí ẹ gbọ́ ètò tó gbójúgbòmọ́. Koiki Media is around. Koiki Media.
A good morning and welcome to the live transmission at 10 minutes past 4 a.m. London. Beautiful weather outside, and it's good to be back again as usual as we continue the campaign, as we continue the education, as we continue to ask questions why we should remain in the entity block called Nigeria. Mo kí yín ní gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, mo kí the diaspora, and also mo kí gbogbo àwọn ọba wa, mo kí gbogbo àwọn ìjòyè, mo kí gbogbo orí adé kọ̀ọ̀kan níbi tí wọ́n ti ń darí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. When do we say enough is enough with the current situation we have in Nigeria? Should we say enough is enough? Or should we continue to live in denial and die in silence? Kí la fẹ́ níbẹ̀? Many people say we should not die in silence. That is why some of us are speaking out today. That is why some of us are concerned for the future of the Yoruba people tó ń bẹ nínú Nigeria. Ìdí tí a ṣe ń pariwo lójoojúmọ́, tí a ṣe ń kéde pé ìran Yorùbá must now think about the near future before it is too late. Mo kí wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí pé a tún káàbọ̀ sórí ètò náà. Bí a ti ṣe ń darapọ̀ mọ́ wa, ẹ bá wa sọ fún ẹni tí kò tí mọ̀ pé a ti wà lórí afẹ́fẹ́ pé kó darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. Káwọn náà tún wá jàǹfààní ìta tó fẹ́ sọ ní wákàtí. Torí ìta kúkú ń sọ náà, èyí tó máa ṣàǹfààní fún ọmọdé, tó máa ṣàǹfààní fún àgbàlagbà, tó dẹ̀ máa ṣàǹfààní fún generation tí ó wà nínú ẹ̀ àti generation tó ń bọ̀. Ẹ má yẹ ká sọ fún ẹlòmíì pé bí nǹkan tá à ń sọ yìí kò kàn wọ́n, gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá ló kàn. Bó ti ṣe kan àwa tá wà nílé, bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ló kan ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà ní ìta. Ìdí tí gbogbo wa ṣe gbọdọ̀ jẹ́ kí àwọn ará ilé mọ̀ pé a tún ti wà lórí afẹ́fẹ́. Gbogbo platform wa náà la ti ń stream lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí 13 minutes past and we will play our anthem. Àwa máa bá ètò yẹn lọ díẹ̀díẹ̀, àtújọ máa gbé yẹ̀wò, àjọ kẹ́kọ̀ọ́, àjọ wo bí nǹkan ṣe ń lọ ní gbogbo àgbáyé, àti pé ìgbà wo gan ni a máa sọ pé enough is enough in this union tí òyìnbó kó papọ̀ ní 1914. Should we continue to maintain it, or should we say enough is enough? And welcome back again to the program. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí mo ní, at what point ni ọmọ Yorùbá máa sọ pé enough is enough and we can start deliberating about our future in what is known as Nigeria today? When do we say enough is enough, or should we just assume that there will never be enough and we should just continue being part of this contraction that was put together by the British Empire in 1914 to change orúkọ wa, ó change identity wa, wọ́n force wa ká máa jẹ́ in tí àwọn bàbá ńlá wa tí wọ́n jẹ́. Àwọn òyìnbó, a lot of you that are not living in UK, òyìnbó póríṣiríṣi. A ní òyìnbó Eastern European, a dẹ̀ ní àwọn òyìnbó tó ń pera wọn ní Scottish. A Scottish would never want to be known as English because it's two different indigenous people. Ará Wales does not want to be called Scottish because ẹ̀yà wọn ó yàtọ̀ síra wọn. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ará Scotland kò fẹ́ jẹ́ kó pè òun náà ní nǹkan míì. Kí ló wá dé tó jẹ́ pé àwa tí Elédùmarè dá, àwa wá decide pé we would rather be known as orúkọ tí àwọn òyìnbó pè wá, tí wọ́n pè ní Nigeria, Nigeria. Kò sí nǹkan kan tó ń jẹ́ Nigeria as at 1913. Tẹ́ bá sọ pé Nigeria, gbogbo tó ń pè Nigeria is less than 108 years old. Mo ṣì ń bọ̀, mo ì tí ì dé lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. Mo kí gbogbo wa pé ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò.
ṣonígbọ̀wọ́ eré ìdíje àṣà àti ṣe Yorùbá nípínlẹ̀ mẹ́jọ ìpínlẹ̀ Kogi, Kwara, Èkó, Ọ̀ṣun, Oǹdó, Èkìtì, Ọ̀yọ́ àti ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn. Láwọn ìpínlẹ̀ tí díje bí ayò ọlọ́pọ́n, ìjàkadì, ijó ìbílẹ̀, ìdíje ẹwà àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ yóò ti máa wáyé látọjọ́ Monday, November 6, 2023 títí di November 13, 2023. Ní final audition máa wáyé láwọn ìpínlẹ̀ wọ̀nyí láti yan àwọn tó perégedé láti ṣojú ìpínlẹ̀ kọ̀ọ̀kan nínú ìdíje àṣekágbá tí á wáyé ní Muajas Hotel Nìbàdàn November 21 l'arrival day. Ìdíje á wáyé ní November 22 títí di November 24 ní Muajas Hotel nílùú Ìbàdàn. Ẹni sọ lẹ́nu sábò ìyàgbọ́. Odò tó bá gbàgbé orísun ṣetán láti parun ní ẹ̀já àjọ gbárùkù ti díje àṣà àti ṣe ilẹ̀ Yorùbá tẹ́lẹ̀kùnjẹkùn yìí. Fún ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ àlàyé tàbí ẹ fẹ́ ṣonígbọ̀wọ́ tàbí olùrànlọ́wọ́ ẹ lè kàn sí Mr. Wasiu Àìná lórí +134 7500 9472 Ajia Queen Ara +447 946 313 160 Mrs. Roslyn +141 699 22189 tàbí T-Best +234 816 049 5979. Aṣọ ìbílẹ̀ nìkan láyàn láàyò níbi àwọn ìdíje wọ̀nyí. Ìdíje àṣà àti ṣe ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ẹlẹ́kùnjẹkùn ọdún 2023 Yorùbá World in Action YNFF ló ní àṣà àti ṣe wa ò ní parun láéláé.
Ìyẹn máa wáyé ní látọ̀n the 21, the 20, the 21, the 22, 23 and 24 ní ìlú Ìbàdàn ní ìyẹn máa ti wáyé. So if you are opportune pé kẹ́ wà ní Nàìjíríà, ẹ darapọ̀ mọ́ wọn. Ìdíje àṣà àti ìṣe ayò ọlọ́pọ́n òun náà máa wáyé. Ijó ìbílẹ̀, ìdíje ẹ̀wà, ìjàkadì, all these will take place just on the 20. These will happen because I want to be sure. Yeah, 21st, 23rd, and the 24th. It's a 3 days event. So if you're opportune to be part of it, it will be very, very nice. There's also a lot of other events coming up, which we like to share with our viewers as well and listeners as well, so that everybody's aware of all these events. Maybe we should start with this as well. Mumbo.
Oòduà Progressive Union, Maryland chapter is at it again. Oòduà Progressive Union, Maryland chapter, a socio-cultural organization committed to the advancement of Yoruba socio-cultural values, preservation of the Yoruba language, heritage and beliefs, invites all, most especially sons and daughters of Oòduà, to this year's Heritage and Cultural Day. Date is Sunday, 3rd December 2023. Venue, 9816 Liberty Road, Roundstown, Maryland, 21133, United States of America. Time, 4 p.m. Featuring Ewe chanting, Bata token drum display, Yoruba cultural dance, and awards presentation, while a popular Yoruba musician will spice up the event. Come and witness a display of the culture that stands the test of time on Sunday, 3rd December 2023 in America. Oòduà Progressive Union's Heritage and Cultural Day. You can't afford to miss it. Oòduà Biwao. Announcer Chief Dixon Olugboti, aka Alepepe of Baltimore, Maryland, USA.
So that is coming up in America. As that is about to happen in America, we also have something happening in London on the December 2nd.
Irú wọn ti pẹ́ gidi náà orí ẹgbẹ̀je níjọ́ tí àti abáre tí àwọn Yorùbá UK Central Office parapọ̀ sàṣẹ̀rò nínú ìmọ̀ ìjìnlẹ̀ wọn tí wọ́n sì ya ọjọ́ kan àrà ọ̀tọ̀ sílẹ̀ fún ìdúpẹ́ lórí ibi àti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ibi abadé àti ibi tá ń lọ láìpẹ́. Àkọ́kọ́ rú ẹ̀ tí àwọn ìkàn lókọlókọ ọmọ Yorùbá lágbàáyé yóò mọ parapọ̀ fún ǹdọ̀kan sọ wípé Olúwa ó ṣe é. Máa sì tún mọ láǹfààní láti mọ pàdé àwọn olólùfẹ́ wa gbogbo. Láwọn tí wọ́n jó nígbàwọ́ fún ètò ìdúpẹ́ yìí bẹ̀rẹ̀ látòrí Yorùbá UK Central Office fúnra lára wọn gan. Tí wọ́n jó ní ìkànnì àjọ ṣe. Fún ìkí mídíà tí wọ́n jágbẹnusọ fún Dr. Sunday Igboho Òòṣà. Rẹ̀dú magazine ti ká lára rẹ̀. Dr. Sabi Talk Show. Sanfatis FM. Wọ àpapọ̀ Yorùbá World Congress àti Yorùbá World Media lágbàáyé. Ọjọ́ ọpẹ́ lọ́jọ́ àbámẹ́ta lẹ́yìn tó jọjọ́ kejì oṣù kejìlá ọdún tí a wà yìí. Ní abá Adashas Hacham College, Pips Road Side, Pips Road, London, SE14, 5SF, UK, 135 Pips Road, London, SE14, 5SF. Ní ó ti máa wáyé bẹ̀rẹ̀ látago mẹ́ta ọ̀sán títí di agogo mẹ́wàá àṣálẹ́ UK time. Ọ̀fẹ́ àti ìrọ̀rùn ní ètò jíjẹ mímu ọjọ́ náà mọ bọ́ sí fún wa. Táwọn sì ní gbà kọ́bọ̀ lọ́wọ́ ẹnikẹ́ni fún owó ìwọlé. Tó jásí wípé gbogbo ẹni tó bá fẹ́ wá síbi ètò ìbáyìí lọ́jọ́ náà ó gbúdọ̀ gba tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì wọlé rẹ̀ lórí Eventbrite. Lọ́kàn tẹ́ bá ti tẹ First Yorùbá Community in UK Meet and Greet Thanksgiving. Lọ́mọ láǹfààní àti forúkọ yín àti àwọn tó bá fẹ́ tẹ̀lé yín wá síbi ayẹyẹ ìkàlẹ̀ lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́. Ẹ má gbàgbé wípé ètò tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì wa yìí dá lórí first come first serve. Fún ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ àlàyé síwájú sí i tàbí táyé kan bá nírànwọ́ tẹ́ fẹ́ ṣe fún wa kí ètò yìí lè wáyé kódùn kí gbọ́ngbọ́n kan sí i. Bóyá yìí náà sì fẹ́ sọ kéèsì bísínẹ́sì tètò náà bá ń lọ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. Ẹ lè fàtẹ̀jíṣẹ́ sọ wá sí wa látòrí ímeèlì wa ecco@yukgb.org tàbí kẹ́ pè wá lórí 073-671-52852. Bákan náà ní ẹlẹ́gbẹ́ 073-940-56266 tàbí kẹ́ pè 077-609-86460. Ọjọ́ ìdúpẹ́ ọdún ayọ̀ fún gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá lágbàáyé. Yorùbá Wá Mídíà ló kéde lórúkọ gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá lágbàáyé. Àwọn alájẹ kọjá sí oyoyoyo ojoojú àgbẹ̀ àwọn.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́kọ́ appreciate ẹ̀yin tí ẹ ti darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. The reason why we take note torí pé tó bá di ọjọ́ ọ̀la, I have a lot of things that I've done in the last 3 years as my own record. A lè ní evidence láti fi kọ ìtàn properly in the job that we have done. Let me first appreciate ẹ̀gbọ́n mi kan tí a jọ wọ boss. You know, every time I go out, you know, we tend to meet people and people tend to recognize us because kò ń ṣe ghost ni ambassador. Mo kí Easy Dollar, mo kí ìyá tó bí mi lọ́mọ, mo kí gbogbo yín, máa dárúkọ as much as I can see the names. Emma Bino, there is just the washing machine that is making that noise behind. There's nothing I can do to that. It is the weekend and we need to wash all the uniforms, the outfits that were for the week. Màá kọ́kọ́ lọ kí ẹ̀gbọ́n mi because ẹlòmíì lè ríyàn níta kọ́dẹ̀ ignore wa pé ta lè lè gan sef. But like I always say, gbogbo ẹni tó wà nínú platform kankan, we are streaming on 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, almost 8 channels, including the MixLR, making it 9. So we are live on 9 different channels: Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and MixLR. Mo lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mo kí ẹ̀gbọ́n mi, ẹ má bínú pé níjọ́ alẹ́ tí a jọ ríra yẹn later ni mo ṣe ń rí comment yín lẹ́yìn ìgbà tẹ́yìn ti débi iṣẹ́, èmi ṣì wà ní Houston. Ẹ tún béèrè pé ṣé grandma ti wọ train. Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi náà ni Ọ̀gbárá ọmọ Sàsán. You might think that most people that comment and watching us are ghosts. They are not. We were together for literally almost an hour. Kódà wọ́n tún bá mi gbé bag. Mo ní ẹ má ṣe wàhálà. Ó ní no, Mr. Koiki, ẹ má worry. Mo tún gbàgbé plastic bag ẹ mọ̀ Ìjẹ̀bú. Àbá tí ń jáde báyìí, a máa máa dẹrù táǹkàsù. You know, I try to put everything inside a bag, but when I don't go out with my backpack, it's always a problem. And you can easily forget something on the bus. Mo ti bọ́lẹ̀ tán lórí bus. I left a plastic bag. Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi yẹn ló ní Mr. Koiki ti gbàgbé léyìí. Grandma wa ní ìbáwọn ti sọ fún ẹ pé kó fi sínú box. So mo kí yín dáadáa ẹ̀gbọ́n mi. I know you're working night. Ọlọ́run á dúró tì yín, á wà pẹ̀lú yín. Thank you so much for, and it was also privilege, you know. I called Igboho, my CSI. I called him on video call, you know, and it's a privilege. In case I meet you as well, and there's a bit of time, yes, you know, I might call Igboho and say, I'm a Yoruba nation, you know, because Igboho does not know everybody, but he knows that he has a lot of love from around the world. And it's because Igboho Wojola. I mean, you got to remember that this man has lost almost everything. He runs a business. The business is almost, you know, we can only give thanks. For 3 years, the federal government maybe some of you don't know, locked his account. Be Michelle account, then if you operate, then someone see bed, then she this. Igbowo's account has been locked. He cannot use his account because the federal government locked it. The Fulani man, Buhari, and Yemi Osibajo. So mo kí lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Ọ̀gbárá Ọlábàndrótì. Mo wá lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mo kí ìyá wa Ìyábọ̀ Olúbùnmi Olúwọlé. These are, beautiful mothers that have stood with us, even in the midst of Koiki Ole, Okowoje, Oshe this. I'm sure many people now are probably now realizing that some of us are not in need for the money. I have just slept. I slept not too long ago, but when you love what you do, there are some jobs that you love and there are some jobs you hate. You just wish that you are not in that job or you are just there because of the money. We are not doing it because of the money. I always say, yes, I mean, we need money. I need money to charge the electricity. I just paid my Sky 53 pounds. We need to charge the gas. So, yes, I mean, we need money. I have to pay my house rent. But it is just passion. It is what is inbuilt. That's why I said I'll be different from others. I am the last man standing. I will wake up and sometimes I might not come out for the whole day. So, mo kí yín lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí ìyá mi Ìyábọ̀ Olúbùnmi Olúwọlé. Mo lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mo lọ sí ìlú Amẹ́ríkà, Ayọ̀míkún Dámíjù, a brother. You and African Confidential, I appreciate you a lot. Mo wá lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mo kí mọ́mì wa Dorcas Kazeem Ọlábàndrótì ẹ ṣé gan ni ẹ kú àdúró tì wá. Mo lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mo kí bàbá wa Gbàdàmọ́sí Smiler. Thank you so much. Those are the ones I've seen so far on the Facebook. Bàbá wa Sunday Adébánjọ, I didn't miss you. Daddy wa ẹ̀gbọ́n mi dáadáa, àwọn bàbá dáadáa. We have some men, real men. They are just waiting. They are waiting for the clarion call. And a clarion call means that what we are doing now, we are waking the minds of people. We are saying things repeatedly, just like Beno Shilongba sermon in the church at the mosque. I mean, I don't come here and condemn religion because I have gone past that stage already. I'm a free thinker. I believe in everything. I don't care whatever you believe in. I believe in everything from Indo, Buddhism, astrology, atheists. As long as you know that there's something that exists, I have gone past where somebody would say, Muslim, Nikoloma see heaven. All that, I don't believe in that. I believe in miracle and I believe in prophecy and I believe in my own Yoruba tradition. Tankwe Nifa, Moki Babawa Dewumi Ade Pekun. Molobe Moke Inti Ewa Lori YouTube. We've got a few people that have joined us on the YouTube. Those that are still awake, those that probably just got notification. Many people are not getting notification. There's nothing I can do to that. It is beyond my control. That is the job of the social media. Mr. Clev Wallex, thank you so much. Mohammed Shino, I say shout out to you. You also say Yoruba Nation no going back. Mr. Clev says welcome back. And Mr. Ogbara also went to say, watching from Canada, Eshegoni Grandma, thank you so much. Canada is a very cold place, but I pray one day, what I wanted to do before Yoruba Nation, I wanted to be going around the world. But right now, there's some places I might not be able to visit for security reason, especially some part of African countries. But probably Canada, I will visit because I shouldn't be scared of going to Canada, Europe, probably few Asian country apart from that, so Mokile and Konsi, Grandma, my auntie, Yeti Queen, Mokino. You might also want to tell us where you're watching from. Let me appreciate you all because look, I can sit here for the next 4 hours. If I don't have anybody to watch it, it's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. But as long as 1, 2, 3, people come in, sometimes people come in, it's not the kind of taste of what they want to listen to. They walk out. And some want to listen because they want to be sure that we are consistent. How is it going to happen on Olumagba? Look, there will be miracle that would happen, but there will also be action. It's all intertwine. They not pray. I know some of you are still praying for Nigeria. There's no problem. I don't disagree with you praying for Nigeria, but I think the prayer for Nigeria has already expired. I don't know when, but as far as I'm concerned, the 1914 amalgamation means that that prayer has expired. Because think of control wrong in our territory, like I always say. I love to show you my map all the time. There's nothing wrong in the Yoruba territory, but there is a big something wrong in Nigeria. Nigeria is taking our glory. And I'm asking the question, when do we say enough is enough? I don't want to strain my eyes, so I'm going to put on my glasses, not because we like it. It's just that that is what the opticians say. Put it on, especially you sit on the screen for too long. So Mr. Wallace also said the path to dialogue towards a bloodless dissolution. I know a lot of you sometimes don't like my utterances. Malowo Lomi, Malowo Yedara, Malowo Dr. Zabi. I want to like being machine present we are hey. But in the reality, nobody wants a blood in any way. I mean, the last thing you want to be seeing is blood. I watch a lot of movie, and I could see when they shoot a gun, how it can react on your body. And I'm going to tell you the movie I watched. Tebani Netflix. I want you to go and watch it. I'll give you the name of the movie. So what Mr. Wallace is saying, and I'm going to be looking at the comments to do the program, even though I've got a topic there that says Yoruba people or Yoruba, what more do we want to gain from Nigeria before we say enough is enough? I mean, we've studied, we have told to go to school, we have gone to school, we have done apprentice. I remember Baba kan ní àdúgbò wa ní ìgbà tí a wà ní Surulere. Kí lorúkọ wọn again now? Is the best when it comes to plumbing. I didn't realize that it was a good job. I would have learned it from him. It's a trade until I got to London and I was working as a shadow, body shadow. Clyde. Clyde is very good. He's from Montserrat. I drive the vehicle and I was learning the trade, fixing toilet, bathroom, span and then, all those little things. And he always said to me, look, don't look at this now. Just think about the bigger picture. The only problem my wife always says is to back Clyde the Jadi, because Clyde doesn't eat meat. He doesn't eat meat, but his energy is more than anything general. Very fit guy from Montserrat, top guy. We had a lot of projects we wanted to take to Nigeria for building and all that, but that's a different topic entirely. So nobody wants to see blood, and that is exactly what Mr. Wallace is saying there, that the path to dialogue. Look, some of you won't waste time around Look, there's better with dialogue before it becomes blood. A dialogue with Biafra, any government dialogue even if it's going to take, look, the government can say, look, okay, we understand what you all are saying, but it has to take some time. But they must start the process. We must see evidence. I don't want to use the F word, even though it means nothing to people like us. But sometimes I have children that are watching. So, look, it's as simple as that. If you don't dialogue, that means you are trying to say that and look, everybody's watching what is happening around the world. People don't care whether Nigeria survive or not. The world is a very wicked world anyway. So it depends on which side you are. You look at what is happening in the Middle East and all around the world. I had my cousin with me last night. We haven't seen each other. Walata. He's the only person that can come and visit me in the house, and I don't have to be scared that he's going to record me and all that. We speak. I called Oloye. We spoke. We laughed. We spoke with Oloye for like almost half an hour on the video call. It's always a privilege. So not everybody will have access to come to my house, but Walata and myself, we've known each other for years. Cousins. So yes, I mean, we expect the federal government to sit us down and let's dialogue. Mo sọ fún ṣé Walata náà ni mo sọ fún àbí wife mi mo ní look, Tinubu lives there. Okay, I think it's Walata. Tinubu lives there for 4 years in the UK. While he was there, they were planning how to take back the government as at the time. You are the same person that caused Igboho problem, but Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣoríire ọmọ àlè. Ṣé Igboho jẹ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ kékeré? Do you know how old Igboho is? Born bastard. All these small pikin wey you can't even put your name out. You say living dream. Is it orúkọ bàbá ẹ̀ is a name called living dream? You know, you are the same person that caused Igboho's problem. Igboho with your violent broadcast. Kò ní dá fún bàbá ẹ̀. Bomb bastard. So Igboho is a baby. Fulani they kill you now, and I not talk about that. Saying I mean they cause violence. Olushi. Boko Haram they kill you. They fuck your mother. They kill your baba. You know if you say anything. I've been on language. Bomb bastard. Is your name living the dream? Put your name down your picture. I put my name out. I put my face out. Bomb bastard. All this faceless Olori Burúkú bàbá òní ṣoríire àti ìyá tó bí ẹ Ogunlakaye ló máa pa wọ́n. Bomb bastard. Block you off. Olushi. You see what we are saying? You see why sometimes I say ẹ̀jẹ̀ ló máa parí nǹkan tó wà nílẹ̀. All these faceless fucking bastard Fulani people that come here and be telling me nonsense. Igboho ajẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọdé. You know, Olushi. Let's come back again to the program. You know, bomb bastard. You see why I curse them all the time? I want to rebuke Amali. You know. Moke Waris Jinadu says, Odigba ti diaspora ba suspend all the foreign exchange. And you're quite right. Only God knows how much money was sent yesterday to diaspora. I was speaking to my brother yesterday in Nigeria, and while we were speaking, the light went off. Only that is the normal trade. A fucking bastard country. You put petrol and burn the whole fucking country down. Kòṣèré mi nìkan ni mo wá ìwà ẹ̀pẹ́ mi nìkan mo wá ń di Yorùbá nation ni ibi tá à ń bá lọ́kọ́ la máa bá dé nísìn ó dé violent Fúlàní ó ń fi AK-49 ó fi ń yọ̀bọ̀n ó fi ń fọyín lórí. I have a video that I'm gonna play now, even for the fact that that guy just wanted to cause commotion right now. I won't show you, I won't play the video because of the social media rules. These are Fulani. Can you see them? I'm sure some of you have seen it on the social media. I want to check kidnap Lele. Look at them in full military outfit. Killing our people every day. Whether you are Yoruba, they don't care. Whether you are Igbo, whether you are Muslim, whether you are Christian. These guys are not, you know. Did you see the weapon with them? Did you see it? These are AK-49. Bomb bastard is telling me we are creating violence. I want Lushi. Emma, don't need sense. I pray Fulani come across you. Let me show you. Let me give you the people that have kidnapped already. I don't want to show the video, but I'm going to show you those that have kidnapped. Did you hear people crying? You said people there? Did you see our people? These are Nigerians, regardless of whether they're Igbos, they're Hausa, they're Fulani, they're Shekiri, they're whatever. Some Fulanis are good, but these bastards kidnap people and they kill you. They open the leg of the woman. They with no condom, and somebody say we are creating violence. Bomb bastard. This is a current Fulani attack in the forest. You can see them. See people that have been kidnapped. People are going to pay ransom that they don't have. And they say, hey, you are the one that caused Igboho's violence with your broadcast. Olushi. You have a governor, you have bastard governors, you have politicians that care less about everything that is happening to you. Any surely they went to us of me creative violence. Emily creative violence. If I have gone through my own route, let's come back to the program once again. These ones now only God knows how long they will spend in there. Obìnrin tó wà ń bẹ̀ ní sin ṣeré nìyẹn. Ẹ lọ wo ìyá kan tó náà wálé ní 2018. Gbogbo Fúlàní ló bá ìyá yẹn sùn. Ìyá àgbàlagbà. Ìyá mi ti wà ní menopause. Mo kí n shout out. I was in Crystal Palace on Wednesday. Mo wọ train ó kọ̀ lọ já mi sí Crystal Palace. I was like somebody that just came to London. So I'm still appreciating those of you that are awake, and I'm also reading your comments. Yeah, I was there. You know, I got a train, and I was going somewhere else. I don't want to give too much information of my movement for security reason. I'm sure you all understand. So when I talk, I might sometimes talk in parables. Even in London, I don't trust anybody. Mr. Koike Jekapadi and all that, you know, it is spirit me by Sonny. I am a huge target, regardless of whether you feel that or not. If you meet me, fine. You know, I know what they've done to so many people like us. Man can, you know, toothpaste, long for poison to the poison was put in the toothpaste. Come here, think with the joke. You think that the British happy say with the enlightening and like this every day. Moki, Mr. Dekweju, General Law Moki, thank you so much. The diaspora, let's take back to what Waris Jinodo is saying there. This is the money. You know, these are specimens. I mean, apart from the dollar and the naira, I'm going to pounds me well. Only God knows AET diaspora. And when I say diaspora, I'm not talking about Yoruba alone now. Okay, pounds me really. I need real pound sterling for me pound sterling. I'm on my instead of using this paper. But for now, we'll be using the specimen. If you live in America, Canada, anywhere, you're sending money home so that our people can survive. Do you know how much we sent home yesterday? Do we have a clue? How do we stop that? This is where we need the expertise of AET brains, Yoruba. Forget about trying to fix the naira. God help Tinubu for the next 4 years. He's trying to fix the naira to stabilize it. So that means Tinubu still wants to gain something from Nigeria. India will not gain in Nigeria. What do you want to gain from Nigeria? What is it that you want to gain from Nigeria? Mokia TJ Baba. Kilefe gain Lara Nigeria. Mr. Sunday Sokwe, until a bag of rice is 200,000 naira in the market. Mokia, Mr. Greg. Mr. Guarani, Yoruba land is a source for Nigeria. My brother Sheon Olaoye, thank you so much. 6 o'clock. One my saying Asuba. Oh yeah, the first one will be called at 1:45, and then the depending on which of the mosque anyway. It one in phase 2 by what is the 1:45. Wakoko be the first one, then our check when 6 o'clock. As we speak right now, I want to besity Nigeria trying to look for what to eat. People wake up as early as 4 o'clock in the morning. There's nothing wrong in that. It's just that there's no security. So Mumberi Lawo Bubualen Consepe Waris 29 billion naira a year sent by diaspora. In dollars. Let's even stick to that. So literally, the question I'm asking tonight, I have 2 channels on YouTube, and we try not to use the same topic, but it's still the same conversation. We are building the second YouTube, but many of you are not helping us to push that YouTube. We can't even get 1,000 subscribers on it because it use more the Koiki Media. And we are grateful for those of you that are newcomer. Bishop Adesina Karosa. I want ṣiṣẹ́ lórí Ruba. Àwọn kan ní wọ́n fi ń ṣe business. No, Facebook ò kí ń ṣe business. Bomb bastard. kàkà ká wá bá ṣe máa wò pókè Bishop Adesina tó bá yẹ pé rúbà yẹn ìyẹn ló máa save wa àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ṣódìgbà tí wàhálà bá ṣẹlẹ̀ tó bá blow central mọ̀ pé tó bá ti destroy central bank gbogbo owó tẹ bá ní nothing is going to function anymore ẹ lọ bèrè ní Sudan ẹ lọ sí Middle East kẹ wo bí wọ́n ṣì ní owó tó ń ná níbẹ̀. Anyway, bí àtòrí àwọn èèyàn tẹ̀lé owó lákàntì anymore because I don't think people have that kind of money anymore like before. Ọmọ Yorùbá mélòó ló ní genuine money? I'm not talking about corrupt money now. Ọmọ Yorùbá mélòó ló ní 50 million owó ààrẹ tó fi ń ṣòwò tó jẹ́ float nínú bank nísìn ní Nàìjíríà. So bí àtòrí ẹ̀ lẹ̀ ṣe wà interested àwítàn yẹn kan àwọn kan jáde wọn máa ní Bishop Adesina ń fi rúbà yẹn ṣe business ni. Facebook ìta wà lórí ẹ̀ business ni, YouTube business ni, gbogbo nǹkan láyé business ni. So ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa tí ẹ̀ ń gbọ́ wa à ń dúpẹ́ pé ẹ̀ ń dúró tì wá lórí Koiki Media but ẹ̀ lọ sórí the backup channel which is WD76 Media. A tún ní another one àtẹ̀tí to promote yẹn but ẹ máa rí àwọn videos kékèké tá à ń ṣe nìyẹn ìyẹn ó ní target a fẹ́ fi hit. Ní last month we didn't do bad. We had báwọn èèyàn ṣe ń sọ pé mo wà violent kìnìkan mo kíyà mi beauty àmọ́ pé mo fi tọ̀wọ̀tọ̀ mo fi kí mọ́ mi ẹ káàárọ̀ mà mo kí bàbá wa Rasmon kọ́ máa ní ìbí mi mo kọ́kọ́ wà níbà kó tó máa lọ kí ẹni tó ṣe èdè lórí mo dẹ̀ kí Mrs. Fefi Boutique Ajamawogba Real Amadi good morning. Ó dà pé ìmọ̀pá àwọn èèyàn máa ń wá Koiki Media láti fẹ́ wo ohun tí mo bá sọ. I know that. Because every time I complete my video, I go back and review it. Because angle tèmi máa fi ń sọ̀rọ̀ mo lè compete pẹ̀lú angle tí Yèyé Dára fi ń sọ̀rọ̀. Mo dẹ̀ lè compete pẹ̀lú Dr. Zabby. Èmi àti Wàlátà àjókòó àgbọ́ Dr. Zabby presentation wọn tó ṣe ní ẹ lọ wo last video wọn. Ó máa ṣí mind ẹ̀ kúrò pé ṣé kò ń ṣe pa tiwọ one chance. À ń gbé nílùú yìí àwa àti Somali jọ ń gbé gbogbo èní nísìn Central London máa hot gan. Èmi gan ní láti lọ ó máa hot because wọ́n ń ṣe Remembrance Day wọ́n dẹ̀ máa ṣe protest oríṣiríṣi protest dẹ̀ ló ń bọ̀ so it's gonna be very heat. So last month we had 869 new subscribers. Àwọn tó gbọ́ mi rí tí mo bí ta wà tẹ́lẹ̀ ọṣẹ́ wa mi rí. Then we had 354,000K new views, 2.1 million minute watch. Pé 1 minute báwọn èèyàn wá wo fídíò wa 2.1 but àìtí rí target gangan. So I don't get paid for the YouTube. Channels get paid for their YouTube channel. Channels lánàá wọ́n náà ti hit 1 billion viewers. 1 billion. Do you know what that means? It's because they have the resources to do so. Ṣé channels ń sọ pé ká pín? John Momo ṣàlò ní channels. Do you think he wants Nigeria to break? He doesn't want Nigeria to break. Inú kòkó bẹ̀ làwọn náà ti ń jẹ. Some of you don't even know how this media works. Media is a very powerful tool. Very powerful. So mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. Mo tún bẹ̀rẹ̀ lálẹ́ yìí lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. Mo kí kọ́mẹ́ǹtì tí wá sí bíbá. Mo kí bàbá wa Dada Alaba. Mo kí Mr. Bayo Ajenifuja. Kò ní bàjẹ́ fún yín dáàdì. Ní Lagos Island níbẹ̀ ẹ máa rí tí yín ṣe. But problem kan ni pé àwọn irú àwọn àdúrà yẹn fẹ́mi mo máa ń fẹ́ béèrè pé in reality èmi àti Wàlátà àjókòó nígbà tá wo Dr. Zabby tán a wá lọ wo Channels News because as at that time it was 9:30 ní London but it is 10:30 ní Nigeria. Wọ́n wá ní China ní slow economy bó máa affect Nigeria. Èmi ò tètè rí Wàlátà ló tẹ̀ ń sọ pé kí ló kan China slow economy tó máa affect Nigeria nígbà tèmi náà wá rí ní ma ti wà látàwá ní wàá ṣeré jàre TJ Baba, thanks so much for the love. So tá bá ń sọ pé àwọn èèyàn máa rí tajé ṣe nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, kò ń ṣe pé ẹ̀ ní rí tajé ṣe, but ó ti difficult gan ju ti tẹ́lẹ̀ lọ. Ṣe rí àwọn èèyàn máa ń rò pé bí a ta bá jókòó sí family mi tó wà ní Nàìjíríà kò ń ṣe kékeré, gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá náà ní family wa. Mo ń bá àbúrò mi kan sọ̀rọ̀ lánàá, mo ní ó tí lọ́lé ni, ó pè mí lórí video call, ó náà ṣì wà nínú ṣọ́ọ̀pù, and as at that time tó pè mí yẹn, it was about almost kó tó di pé Wàlátà dé ni, Wàlátà ti wà pẹ̀lú mi before probably 8, somewhere around there. So ó nígbà táwọn ọmọgbà tí ajé máa wọlé, mo ní jọ wọn pé security Nàìjíríà ó wá nínú pé ṣọ́ọ̀pù àti ilé pé wọ́n súnmọ́ra wọn, ìyẹn náà dẹ̀ dá ń bẹ̀. Èèyàn mélòó ló máa raṣọ ní Nàìjíríà mọ́lẹ̀ ní nísìn? In reality, I mean, tó bá jáṣọ àǹkárá èèyàn bá kú lé ní nísìn, bí èèyàn bá kú ní òkè pòpò lálẹ́ nísìn, tó bá máa fi dàárọ̀ ọ̀la, àwọn tó máa gbáṣọ àǹkárá dé, ẹlòmíì máa tún jẹ gbèsè. We are really badly affected in that country tá à ń pè Nigeria. Ó ti affect wa gan as Yoruba people, àwa ọmọ ìran ọmọ aládé. Àbí kò affect wa? Ṣé Nigeria ò affect wa? I don't know. Bí akẹ́yìn tí ẹ̀ ń gbọ́ mi náà, bí akẹ́ bá mi, àwọn terrorists ló ń fi wá ṣọṣẹ́, ọmọ àlè kan sọ pé èmi ni create violence. Abẹ́ ìgbọ́rọ̀ ọ̀dẹ̀, ẹ̀yin ọmọ kéékèèké, àánú yín máa ń ṣe mí. Ṣé mo tán pè ní violent? Ó dà pé tí mo tán pè ní violent, àwọ̀ ò ṣe violent. Tó bá yẹ pé violent la gbé dání, ẹ̀yin gan ní, ìwọ gan tó ní violent yẹn, ìwọ gan ní lè gbé ní Nàìjíríà, ó ní lè gbé nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ọmọ tí tàn wifi ṣáwọn pé kí ló tó switch. Ìtagbé dání ò ṣe violent. We are not running a campaign of violence. Oh yes, our rhetoric can be, to use some of you pé ó wà violent. Ṣé America ò ṣe jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ ni? Mo ń béèrè ni, ṣé America ò ṣe jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ? America tẹ́ ń rí yẹn. Ṣé gbogbo tí America ń ṣe lẹ like? Ṣé gbogbo tí UK ń ṣe? Ṣé UK ò gbé violent lọ bá wọn ní Iraq? Ìgbà tẹ́ pẹ́ lómi ò tẹ́ mọ́ tán pè ní international foreign policy. Ìwọ ló máa ń dá wọn lóhùn TJ. Tí n bá ti rí ẹni tó bá ṣe kéde, èpèlè mi máa fún wọn. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ dá kankan mọ̀. Ẹ wà nílùú kan, ìlú yẹn ti marginalize gbogbo wa. Ṣé mọ̀ pé literally Nigeria ó ti marginalize every Ọlọ́run tẹ̀lé ní kí n má tún bẹ̀rẹ̀ ilé. Mo wá wonder pé mo rí comment. Ẹ káàárọ̀ bàbá wa Ọbánlá Ọlálẹ́yẹ Paul. We just need a good leader. Bí a tẹ bá ti dàgbà, tẹ bá ti darúgbó, Ọlọ́run á jẹ́ rí good leader. Ìtọ́ sọ fún grandma mi nìyẹn. A ò ní Mr. 847. Ẹ má sọ exact, ẹ kò sọ bíá 40, bóyá 30, bóyá 20, mo kàn fi láì díà, bóyá 50. A ò ní sà. Ẹ kò sọ 5, 50, 40, màá mọ̀ pé plus nìyẹn. Tó bá dẹ̀ pé 20 ní, but I don't expect you to be less than 20, because tẹ́ bá wà less than 20, kò yẹ kẹ́ wà lórí TikTok pẹ̀lú wa ní bíbá. Tí àwọn àgbàlagbà la wà ní bíbá. So ẹ̀yin so ní age yẹn, mo ń dúró kẹ́ dá mi lóhùn ni o. Ẹ má sá lọ. So ní age yín, ẹ̀yin ṣì ń dúró pé leader kan, we need a good leader. Ṣé Tinubu náà ṣe good leader bí? Mo ń béèrè ni o. Àwọn èèyàn máa tọra wọn. We need a good leader. ẹ need a good leader nínú contraction tí òyìnbó kó papọ̀. Ṣá abroad lẹ́wà bí Nàìjíríà lẹ́wà? Yorùbá nation náà mo kí ọ mà tó jẹ́ mẹ́ta. Okay, Sister Bukky kan nìyẹn. Morning Ọlá Koiki, Sister Bukky nìyẹn. Ẹ̀gbọ́n yàn dá mi lóhùn, wọ́n ti sá lọ. Ọ̀dẹ̀gbọ́n tí mò ń sọ. Mo ní ẹ fún mi ní èjì 40 lèmi 40 plus. Ẹ̀yin náà fún mi ní èjì. Grandma mi 92 years old ló kú. Good leader ló wá títí tó fi kú tó mi ò yọ. Tàbá yàgbẹ́ ní phase 2 nínú toilet. Mo máa ń fomi, mo máa ń da omi sínú toilet báyìí. Àṣé mo tẹ̀mọ̀ pé nǹkan tó kò wà hygiene ni. He will do his best, just wait and see. So tí ó bá wá ṣe tán, tí Tinubu bá wá ṣe tán, kí ló máa wá ṣẹlẹ̀? So tí Tinubu bá ṣe tán tó stabilize Nigeria, tó dá náírà padà sí $1. So tó bá ṣe tán tó bá lọ, ṣé òun náà ló tún máa control the next government? Ṣé Buhari ló ń control Tinubu nísìn? À ń sọ̀rọ̀ future wa, ẹ̀ ń sọ̀rọ̀ Tinubu máa ṣe. Tó bá ṣe tí Cardoso dá gbogbo ẹ̀ padà tí gbogbo ẹ̀ rectify. Ṣebí à ń fi visa wọ̀lú yìí. Bí ẹ̀yin ò tí mọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀, ṣé ti travel rí ṣá abroad lẹ́wà bí Nàìjíríà? Because mo máa ń fẹ́ gauge understanding àwọn èèyàn. Because ẹni tó bá wà lábroad tó bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ bí ẹ ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn, mo máa gbà sí fún yín ni. But tó bá yẹ pé Nàìjíríà ni mo lè understand because NTA News àti channels àti AIT lè máa ń wò tó pọ̀ jù. But ẹni tó wà lábroad tó bá sọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, á jẹ́ pé ènìyàn ní làákàyè. Tíyàn kan bá sọ̀rọ̀ bí ẹ ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn pé I need a good leader. Tó bá jẹ́ Nàìjíríà lẹ́wà, I can't knock you out. Ibi tí understanding yìí dé nìyẹn. But ẹni tó bá wà lábroad tó bá sọ̀rọ̀ bí ẹ ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn, I need a good leader. Níbo lẹ ti fẹ́ rí good leader? Òyìnbó ní 1959 wọ́n rig election tó rig yẹn òun ló jẹ́ kí olórí burúkú àwọn northerner kó gba power. Ẹ wá ní I need a good leader. So òyìnbó mọ̀ pé a ní good leader bí bàbá Awólọ́wọ̀ lọ́lọ́gbé fún àwọn north ní 1959. Censor wọ́n rig ẹ̀ ni. Púpọ̀ ní yóò tẹ̀ mọ́ nǹkan kan rárá. Ìyẹn mo ṣe ń béèrè age yín nísìnyí fún mi ní age. Mo béèrè age yín ẹ tún dá mi padà sí we will wait and see. Àwa ń pray pé kí Tinubu máa kú. Tí Tinubu bá ti kú àti jẹ gbèsè because Shettima ló máa gbàjọba. But tí Tinubu bá ṣe tán to stabilize economy tí gbogbo wa ń rí tajé ṣe tá à ń rí nǹkan mú sẹ́nu tó bá wá lọ tán kí ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀? Tí Tinubu, bàbá Bọ́lá Tinubu, Jagaban, kọ̀ọ̀rọ̀ tí ní kí yẹn máa bu ní Jagarodi, ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Yorùbá pè ní Jagarodi, àwọn kan ti ní Koiki ò nídìí gbogbo yẹn. Tí Tinubu bá ṣe tán 4 years ní Tinubu fi ń plan bó ṣe máa gba power padà láti UK. Ṣùgbọ́n àwa náà ṣe ń ṣe Yorùbá nation yìí, àwa náà máa gbà kúrò lọ́wọ́ gbogbo wọn. Bàdá mo ti calculate gbogbo ohun tí Tinubu lè lò. Àwọn òfin máa sọ 8 years because kò ní 8 years mandate, 4 years mandate ló ní. A dẹ̀ ti kọ́ sí bíbáyìí. Àwọn èèyàn rẹ̀ ti ní Koiki kí má máa fún ní 8 years. Tinubu will be 87 years old. Àkọsíbí kan mo kàn lè sọ pé bíbáyìí ló wà. According to the age tó bá wọn ní kólò, because Buhari fúnra rẹ̀ gan ní certificate. So gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ pé Tinubu ní certificate yẹn nonsense ni wà. Àwọn lórí burúkú àwọn ọmọ Peter Obi ló ń ṣe gbogbo nonsense yẹn. Bomb bastard ní Peter Obi. Àwọn British ló ń lo Peter Obi tẹ́yìn ò bá mọ̀. Agent ni. Olè dẹ̀ l'Àtíkù. Kò ń ṣe pé Tinubu náà clean. So, but what we are saying is that gbogbo tí Tinubu máa lò kọ́lọ̀ fún lẹ́mìí gígùn àtàlàfíà. Tinubu máa ṣì dàgbà ju èmi lọ by the time tá a bá ṣì ń fa wàhálà yìí lọ. Tinubu á ti di bàbá arúgbó at 87 years old. Tí bá wo age tèmi as at that time, mo ṣì lè gbá lẹ́sẹ̀, kò ní lè sáré púpọ̀. Yes, I mean, if tẹ́ bá ń sọ pé ẹ̀ ń wá short term, oh yes, gbogbo tí Tinubu fẹ́ ṣe fún yín nísìn 4 years. Èmi tẹ́ expect pé kó sọ gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá di billionaire, just like bí olórí burúkú Fúlàní Buhari. Sórí Ọ̀ṣínbàjò yẹn, orí yẹn ò tẹ̀ pé rárá, ọ̀dẹ̀ ni, òmùgọ̀ ni. Ọmọ Yorùbá mélòó ló di olówó gidi in billions of naira? Ẹ lọ wo ohun tí Buhari ṣe fáwọn àwọn Fúlàní. so bí tó bá jẹ́ pé yẹn lẹ́ ń sọ pé kí Tinubu make wa káwa náà lówó, mo ti rí pé kinní náà ti ń gbẹ́sẹ̀ bìkọ́ kò ń jáde ẹni tó ní Glo, mo rí pé ó ti lọ bá bàbá wa Àwùjalẹ̀, wọ́n ti kùn sí Tinubu létí wá bó ṣe máa wá àkọ́kàn fún náà káwọn náà lè lówó bí Dangote àti BUA, kódà kẹ́ má máa ra ṣúgà Dangote mọ́, olórí burúkú ni Dangote, bomb bastard ni. So tó bá jẹ́ pé yẹn lẹ́ ń sọ, no problem. Tí Tinubu bá wá ṣe gbogbo yẹn tán tó sọ wọ́n dolówó, ṣé mọ̀ pé olórí burúkú málà kan lè dé after tí Tinubu bá ṣe tán, á dẹ̀ slash gbogbo owó yẹn tó wà lọ́wọ́ ọmọ Yorùbá. Mo kí bàbá wa Ṣeun Lawal. Àwa ti wà ní weekend, kòkò sówó lápò ni, kọ́lọ́njà rówó. So mo understand yín tó bá jẹ́ pé ẹ̀yin supporter Tinubu pé kó tún kàn ṣe, yes. Èmi expect pé by now gan sẹ́rẹ́ kí Tinubu kó ti open up ilẹ̀ Yorùbá dáadáa, ká ti máa rí, well, ó lè ti wà too early, but I expect him that by the time tó bá máa fi ṣe tán, kẹ́ ti dolówó. Èyí tẹ́ ń gbé ní face my face you, kò ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ máa gbé ní face my face you mọ́. Ó yẹ kí Tinubu mandate gbogbo state ilẹ̀ Yorùbá pé kó lọ máa kọ́lé. But èmi àti Wàlátà ń wo TV lánàá, wọ́n ń show òkèèyàn kan polówó. Wàlátà wá ní òun hope pé kò ń ṣe gbogbo àwọn foreign reserve area wa lọ́tún fi ń kọ́lé torí ọjọ́ ọ̀la. Ìtẹ́mi sọ ni pé kí Tinubu kọ́kọ́ gbé gbogbo military architect kó gbé padà wá sísàlẹ̀, kó pín sọ́nà mẹ́ta, so that káwa náà lè ní ìjà ogun, so that tó bá tẹ̀dí gbàgbós. But in reality, Muki Silva Badmus, I'm just reading the comments, along the line. But topic tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí ni pé Yorùbá, what more do we want to gain from Nigeria? Interfaith gain, òun náà ni Tinubu, ẹ̀yin kan. Ọlọ́run adé jẹ́ kẹ́ rí gain dáadáa. Èmi náà ní family nílé, ojoojúmọ́ ló ń kùn sí mi létí. Mo ní mò ń bá family mi kan sọ̀rọ̀ lánàá, ibi tá a ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n paná mọ́ lójú. So Bishop Adesina ni, a lot of Nigerians don't know what Nigeria is all about, especially our people in diaspora. 1999 Constitution, Section 6, Subsection 6, takes away citizens' human rights and subject it to government discretion. Any human right. Tengbo. Moki Mr. Olufemi, on your lórí burúkú ni gbogbo wọn. Kò ń tá bá ń bú àwọn èèyàn, kò ń ṣẹ̀yìn tẹ́ ń wò wá o. But ìwọ tó bá wá kọ́mẹ́ǹtì torí wọ́n fún ẹ ní 2 naira kó wá sọ nonsense. Máa ránṣẹ́ sí bàbá ẹ nílé. Torí grandma tèmi jìyà pé Nàìjíríà máa dá ni. Èmi ò mọ̀ bí èèyàn ní grandma, ẹlòmíì ò bá grandma ẹ̀, bí a grandma yín ti kú, ìyá tó bí ìyá ẹ̀ ni mò ń sọ o. 92 ni grandma tèmi ló kú. Èmi dẹ́ gbé pẹ̀lú grandma mi for more than 3 years. Màá lọ korobá ni màá fi ń pọn mi. Àṣé gbogbo kìíní àṣé child abuse gan ni. Màá lọ fi korobá pọn mi láti sàlẹ̀. Nígbà tó yá ni mo ń sèmi nínú ká lọ wá ní tó máa bá wa gbómi wá sókè. Bí kí ló dé? So bí ìyá ti mọ́ yín lára. À ń sọ̀rọ̀ pé yes, tó bá jẹ́ pé short term goal, Tinubu wà níbẹ̀, kó stabilize the economy, kó fix Nigeria. But tó bá fix Nigeria, tóun bá wá lọ tán, ṣé ẹni tó ń bọ̀ náà máa ṣe the same thing? Ṣé ẹ máa ronú? Ẹ máa gbọ́ pọlọ kalẹ̀? Ṣé tí Tinubu bá ṣe tán, ṣé ẹni tó ń bọ̀ náà yóò máa ronú bí Tinubu? Ṣé Tinubu ronú bí Buhari nísìn? Olórí burúkú, dead or alive? Tinubu ò ṣe máa ronú bí Buhari. It's because it's two different people. Gbogbo pé ọkàn drag Tinubu kéèsì kan wà pẹ̀lú FBI. Ẹ lọ bèrè tó lórí burúkú Buhari ṣe nígbà tó gbàjọba lọ́wọ́ Shehu Shagari. Ọmọ àlè ẹ̀. Ọmọ Nìjẹ̀. But nítorí pé àwọn Igbo like Tinubu, so àwọn ló ń drag gbogbo nonsense. Ìyẹn ọ̀dẹ̀ lè kò lè Tinubu tí ó máa wà ń bẹ̀ ni, kò sí nǹkan tẹ́ lè ṣe sí. Àwọn ọ̀dẹ̀ gbàdúrà kó kú, kò dẹ̀ sí nǹkan kan tó lè pa bó ṣe wà yẹn. Kò tó bá kú, Shettima ló gbàjọba. So the only thing ni pé kó stabilize Nigeria, kó dẹ̀ jẹ́ kí Nigeria kó dissolve, kó jẹ́ òun ni the last president. Tó o bá ti ṣe yẹn, ìyá máa jà mí àti ẹni. Sórí gbogbo leader tẹ̀ ń wá yẹn, ìbò lẹ ti máa rí leader òfò. Ṣé leader làwọn yẹn? àwọn bomb bastard leader ni wọ́n ní Akérédolú ló jókòó sí Ìbàdàn ló ń control Ondo state ó ti sick tó bá yẹ pé cancer ló ní ni kó resign kó gbéjọba sílẹ̀ ó lọ tọ́jú ara ẹ̀ ní ó kúrò Nàìjíríà ó lọ sí Germany ẹ̀yin mọ̀ iye thousands of pounds àti dollar àti euro tí Akérédolú náà. Bàbá mi Olúfẹ́mi ní monopoly ní Tinubu fẹ́ ṣe in tó bá wọn kó tẹ̀ ṣe Buhari ṣe jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ olórí burúkú ni Buhari ó yẹ pò sí ìbàjọ́ yẹn short man devil yẹn mo tẹ understand ẹ̀ àwítán nísìnyí agbẹnusọ ẹ̀ Láolú Àkàndé òun náà ti ń di political analyst tó bá ti jẹun tó ti yó tán máa bá ṣe wọn kí n bá lóye sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn tó dẹ̀ jẹ́ pàdé Láolú Àkàndé àmì díẹ̀díẹ̀ sí wọn lára à ń sọ̀rọ̀ bigger picture ẹ̀ ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀wá máa ní ẹ̀ Tinubu ó ṣe àǹfààní fún èèyàn kan ṣé èèyàn kan là ń sọ nísìn kó ṣàǹfààní fún gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá nísìn kó tó di pé Nàìjíríà máa pín òun lè kẹ́ máa sọ̀rọ̀ lórí. Yes, I mean the government is still very young but our monitor. So mo ń bí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá láàárọ̀ again. What more do we want to gain from Nigeria? Kí la fẹ́ gain lára Nigeria? Ìbéèrè yẹn ẹ̀ tí dá mi lóhùn. Ẹ kò ṣe ń gbé mi parabolate káàkiri ni. Ẹ fún mi ní answer. Ṣé passport Nigeria ló fẹ́ gain ni? Ṣé citizenship Nigeria? Because now mo ń gbọ́ ẹ mọ̀ kó oríṣiríṣi nǹkan làwọn èèyàn ń ṣe. Bọ̀bọ́ kan wá ń pè ní kò ń ṣe bàbá àròpọ̀ rẹ o. Ìyẹn kan náà máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí ọ̀rọ̀ pọ̀ ẹ ṣáà máa mọ fídíò ẹ̀ náà. Wàlátà wa ń play kan fún mi lánàá. Ó náà yín tẹ́ wà nílé tẹ́ wà níta ẹ má wálé o. Kò ṣe pé òun bú Nàìjíríà o. Wọ́n ní àjò dàbí ilé kò sí nǹkan kan tó dàbí ilé mọ́ o. Àwọn tó wà nílé ó ní táwọn bá sùn báyìí ẹ̀gbẹ́ orí máa ń fọ́ àwọn lójoojúmọ́. Mr. Ṣẹ́gun Fárámi sọ pé there will be more poverty. Mr. Observer ní complete separation from Nigeria. TJ Babani not good is coming out of Nigeria. Àwọn èèyàn dẹ̀ ń ṣe wàhálà. So ẹ fẹ́ káwa máa ṣe fídíò mọ́tò yẹn ti l'accident ìkúnlẹ̀ abiyamọ ó ti kán lẹ́sẹ̀ ẹ bá wa ṣàánú ẹ̀. Mo sọ fún Wàlátà lánàá nígbà tí mo ní bọ̀bọ̀ actor tó wọ́gé lẹ́sẹ̀ yẹn Wàlátà ní likely pé diabetes ni. A ti lọ sí church a ti lọ sí mọ́ṣáláṣí. I mean even if he's going to do all that ṣe bóyá kọ́kọ́ lọ sí hospital kọ́kọ́ check ẹ̀ pé diabetes lẹ ní bàbá bí èèyàn bá dẹ̀ ní diabetes àìmọye àwọn tó ní diabetes nílò ìtọ́ ń tọ́jú wọn. Ẹ lọ wo àwọn tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ ní hospital wàhálà ló ń ṣe àwọn èèyàn wà lórí floor nísìn tó ń tọ́jú àwọn tó ní diabetes. Nígbà tá a lè access hospital mo wo Dr. Zabi lánàá bọ̀bọ̀ kan lára fídíò wọn tó play ìyẹn ní ajá nílùú òyìnbó ó ní medical card ìwọ jókòó síbẹ̀ òun sọ pé òun wá good leader o ò ní medical card because o ò lè afford láti gba medical card ó ti kọjá bó ṣe yẹ lọ. Àbúrò mi lánàá tó bá jẹ́ pé ló pa ẹ̀yin wà náà ìtẹ̀wà Nàìjíríà lè confam ó ní bọ́kẹ́ẹ̀tì ṣúgà èmi wàá mọ orú bọ́kẹ́ẹ̀tì tó ń sọ ó kọ́ ní bíá paint bucket àdánù ṣáà ní bọ́kẹ́ẹ̀tì ṣúgà mo fi pé bíá bọ́kẹ́ẹ̀tì àwọn ẹ mọ̀ pé paint bucket ẹ mọ̀ pé gbogbo nǹkan lè máa ń fi ṣe business in Nàìjíríà ẹ fi ń ta rice ẹ fi ń ta gàrí even though wọn kì í ní ẹ̀kọ́ wa hygiene but ó lè jẹ́ tuntun lẹ́ ń lò. Ó ní as at 2 months ago is 2,500 ó ní ti di 6,000 nísìn 6,500. Ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ ní tẹ́wà Nàìjíríà ẹ bá mi confirm ṣúgà nǹkan náà tí wọ́n labroad o. Kí ni ok àwa Yorùbá nísìn kí la fẹ́ gain lára Nàìjíríà ẹ sọ fún mi. The only thing ta lè sọ pé a fẹ́ gain fáwa tí ẹ ṣe fẹ́ràn Nàìjíríà òun ni pé ẹ fẹ́ rí pé ọmọ Yorùbá débẹ̀ ó dẹ̀ ti débẹ̀ nísìn maybe that would then after tó bá bí a ti Tinubu bá ti ṣe tán bóyá àwọn èèyàn bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń padà wá sílé but Tinubu ní èmi ló kàn kò sọ pé àwa ló kàn. Mr. Olúwafẹ́mi ní Tinubu sọ pé I don't promise you people I just saying it is my turn. Ojú gbogbo wa ló máa jà. Àwa ń pray fún pé kọ́lọ̀ fún lẹ́mìí gígùn ìtẹ́mi kàn ń pray fún nìyẹn that's all. because Buhari nísìn àmọ́ bí ó kú lóòótọ́, àwọn ọmọ Ìgbò sọ pé ó ti kú, ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Heritage ní kò kú, ó ní dementia ni, but egungun ẹ̀ wá le ju ti tẹ́lẹ̀ lọ, ìyẹn ni kò yéèyàn, ojú ẹ̀ dẹ̀ máa ń change lẹ́ẹ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan. Àlàáfíà mo wà ṣe ní Bounty wọ́n ní longest time sir, ẹ̀yin lẹ̀ wá sọ́dọ̀ wa bí ẹ ti lọ sọ́dọ̀ àwọn ti Mohbad, ẹ ti gbọ́ ti Mohbad títí ẹ ti darí padà wálé, ẹ̀pọ̀rọ̀ Mohbad ìyẹn gba afẹ́fẹ́ gbùrùgbùrù, àwa Nigerians a máa ń react gbùrùgbùrù Mohbad gbogbo ó ti wálẹ̀ báyìí nísìn. Ó dà pọ̀ ní ìyàwó ẹ̀ Wùnmí ti ń sọ̀rọ̀, ìyàwó ẹ̀ tẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ tì mọ́lé. Ẹ jẹ́ n sọ múfì kan tí mo wò, ẹ tẹ̀ bí mímọ̀ pé Kóìkì ó náwó fíìmù kan èyí tẹ ní Netflix, fíìmù ó dà pé ó ṣẹ̀ jáde ni, ẹ jẹ́ n Google ẹ̀. Àwọn bàbá fíìmù ní fíìmù yẹn. TJ ṣé o ti wo fíìmù yìí The Killer? mo láti tún wò lọ́la yìí, kódà tí bá tún parí program tún lè tún wò. Ẹ̀kọ́ tí yàn bá wo múfì lẹ́ǹkan, The Killer ó ṣẹ̀ jáde bí kan ni. A man solidarity and cold methodical uncumbered by scrubs or regret, the killer waits in the shadows watching for his next target. Àwọn tó ń wo fíìmù náà ti dá mi lóhùn bí báyìí. I just finished watching it. Báwo lẹ ṣe rí sísá? Don't trust anybody. Ó lọ mo gbọ́dọ̀ tún fíìmù yẹn wò, tí bá ti wá tún wò màá máa jot note. You focus on the target. Àgbé Yorùbá nation dání, àwọn kan tó ń sọ nǹkan míì, mo blame wọn. I think lose the focus nìyẹn. Bàbá fíìmù ni fíìmù yẹn. Tí bá parí program la listen, màá tún gbé padà sórí Netflix. Ẹ tẹ́ bá ní Netflix, ẹ lọ wo movie yẹn, The Killer. Observer ni no economic, political, cultural power or asset for non-Yorubas in the southwest or Yoruba land. Ṣéun Ọláyé ní I am just watching the journey of African colony. Àwa ti kọjá gbogbo yẹn. Àwọn kéékèèké lánìkan lọ máa wò yẹn. Ẹ sunkún fún Yorùbá. The journey of African colony. Yoruba nation now need watch it, but need to watch it again. That film bad. Èmi máa ń like àwọn fíìmù tó máa ń pààyàn, tó máa ń fìbọn fọ́ra wọn lórí. Bí bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn ẹ jẹ́ tágẹ́ẹ̀tì kan tó kọ́kọ́ fi pa, ó dúró títí ó miss tágẹ́ẹ̀tì yẹn, òun náà wá di tágẹ́ẹ̀tì. Àlàáfíà ni gbogbo àwa, Mr. Sheni Bounty. Ṣọ́kùnrin ni àbọ̀bìnrin, wọ́n mọ̀ pé Sheni ọkùnrin ló máa ń jẹ́ Sheni, but mo rojú yín dáadáa. Ẹ fẹ́ jọ bí sister wa báyìí, òun lẹ́dẹ̀ fine báyìí, wọ́n ọmọ Yorùbá ló máa ń fine. Ọlọ́kọ̀ jẹ́ pàwọ́ àti márì ni, gbogbo ilé àbákọ́ máa fẹ́ sílé ni. Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Yẹmí Fátókè kíní kan àwọn yẹn máa ń send owó láti Nàìjíríà ni. Wọ́n ti bá ní mo fẹ́ ra coffee ní tí wọ́n máa send náírà sí mi. Màá ní bá mo ṣe máa gbọ́ owó yìí báyìí. Don't spoil it for who hasn't seen it. Wọ́n ti ní kí n dákẹ́, wọ́n ní kí n má sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́. Ẹ lọ wo movie yẹn, tẹ́ bá ti wá máa sọ̀rọ̀ lórí, ẹ já kúrò lórí yẹn. The Killer ni, The Killer, ẹ lọ wo ẹni tó bá ní Netflix. So ìbéèrè tí mò ń béèrè ni pé ẹ jẹ́ ká dára wa lóhùn lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. Mo kí ìyá mi lẹ́ẹ̀kan, mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin alásàlátù, mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin religious bodies káàkiri gbogbo àgbáyé, regardless of whichever one you're interested in. Àwọn òjókòó sí, kódà mo ti sọ fáwọn èèyàn pé tó bá ń pè Nàìjíríà ò lè dá, even tí Jesus bá wá àfẹ́ máa gbọ́ gbogbo yẹn. Ṣé àwọn mọ́mì náà máa ń wo àwọn fíìmù báyìí? Mọ́mì mi kan náà níbẹ̀, I have seen the movie, very interesting to watch. Wow. Ẹ pé Kóìkì oríṣiríṣi lẹ máa bá pàdé lọ́dọ̀ mi níbí báyìí. Àwọn kan tẹ́ máa lọ́n wò ní àwọn bíi sniper nǹkan, àwọn military movie, mo dẹ̀ like documentary. Mo kí gbogbo ẹni tí àwọn kan tó wà lórí Ọláyọmí kan pé Kóìkì báwo ló tún ṣe péjì báyìí lénìí báyìí, èmi mo mọ̀ ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí ẹ̀yin ìyá mi tẹ́ wà lórí ètò. Why didn't Netflix censor the title No, what I was sensual, what fi INC, the killer, or your IN kuro, what I fi be sign be you can say or something like that. So, ẹ̀yin ìyá mi tẹ́ wà lórí ètò pẹ̀lú mi, ẹ̀yin bàbá mi, mo tún fẹ́ béèrè lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. What do we want to gain from Nigeria? I mean, àti ráwọn tó ta lace, báwo lẹni tó ta lace, I meant it's strange they censor it. Tí jèmáì tí lọ wò yẹn o, a ṣì wà lórí prógrámù òde nìyẹn, má máa fi tẹ̀síwá lójú pé device tó pọ̀ ó lọ́bi iṣẹ́ nìyẹn o, tó tún ní o ti wà ń lé yẹn wá ti wà ń lé bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, Koiki wà lórí prógrámù tó ní. Gani Oloyede, that movie is also 20 years above. Okay, not báwọn àtàjọ wà lórí prógrámù 20, ẹ má yẹ kọ́ ọmọ kékeré wo. Easy mórí ẹ o ti gbórí wọlé, orí tí mo look nice láàárọ̀ yìí. Easy dollar. Tí ètò kan a máa ní Koiki ò tí sùn àbúrò mi. Easy nìkan ló lè send message sí mi lóru kí n dá lóhùn. Òru bí òru ló máa ń wọlé ń tẹ̀. Mo ń bèèrè lọ gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá. Kí la fẹ́ gain lára Nàìjíríà? Additional Bishop ni, you can collect your naira, use it to buy rubber. Àwọn èèyàn ní wọ́n ní business lẹ́ ń ṣe. Èmi mọ̀ bí a gbogbo nǹkan láyé ò ń ṣe business. Amazon business ni, Alibaba business ni. Mọ́mí mi kan fẹ́ fún mi lówó. Wọ́n wá ní Mr. Koiki, paper máa ń yọ change díẹ̀ lára owó tá a bá fi cents ni. Lẹ́ni bá pa mí ni bá pè wọ́n mọ́ ní. Tí paper ló bá yọ owó, wà lọ ìfẹ́ mẹ́kọ̀ owó. For every 10 pounds ẹ bá send sí wa, paper náà máa yọ nǹkankan. Àwọn á ní bí mo lè ní cash app. Mo ní cash app not the same thing ni. Ibi tí wọ́n ti mẹ́kọ̀ owó nìyẹn. Ó yẹ káwa náà ti ní apps tiwa, which is exactly what Bishop Adesina is trying to do. Ó yẹ ká ti ní nǹkan tó yẹ pé òun la máa fi transact. Waris Jinadu, mo mọ̀ èèyàn tó jẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ rí lẹ́yìn pé ó ń comment bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Mo mọ̀ bí economics ni. Gbogbo tóun dúró lé láti 3 years ago ni pé ká put down owó Nàìjíríà. Èèyàn kan béèrè pé how is it spelled? Yeah, you spelled it right. Yeah, K-I-L-L-E-R. You can even Google it, it will pop up straight away. It's on the Netflix. Thanks. I need to go back for the 4th round now. Thank you. Yeah, if you have Netflix and you like thrilling action, go see the sex kokonino, because sometimes people don't like those kind of movie like that. So there's nothing like sex inside, but it's a straightforward movie. Straightforward. From the beginning to your eye blood will be like, anyway, so let me just shut my mouth and focus on Yoruba Nation. Yeah, K-I-L-L-E. If you have Netflix, or some Nigerians know how to download film, you guys are very good in that. Brain it, the way you guys operate in Nigeria. In your corner, it is a Japanese film. Japanese film, Japanese film. Gani Oloyede, thank you so much, Yoruba movement. One is a Japanese movie. If you shall like it, I'm going to watch it again. That's about the program. Sometimes you just feel don't sleep. Gani Oloyede, nothing to gain in Nigeria than to hope, no hope. Why you want us to say it? You really want to get by. A student, somebody they asked me, why do you want us to say it? Okay, don't say it. Don't say it. You don't have to say it. Is that okay with you? I love social media. Sending Owo via TikTok is a waste of Owo because they deduct about half of what is sent. Well, I mean, that is their platform now. What do you expect? All these platforms, that is how they make their money. For every 10 pounds you send through YouTube, they make money. The only good thing about YouTube is that it gives you that monetization through their own advert and all that. Apart from people donate, take YouTube. Since April, they've removed my monetization. So somebody where they say, okay, Bishop, one download, Google doesn't recognize Ruba. So there's still a lot of work that needs to be done. I mean, we are not saying that everything is is perfect even with the Ruba, but it is worth giving it a try. Mr. Ramos, Thunder 8. Thank you so much. And tó ń bi mí why do you want to go and see it? Mo ti ní kẹ́ má lọ wò mọ́, mo sorry gan. Èmi rò pé ká jọ sọ̀rọ̀ oríṣiríṣi ká dẹ̀ sọ movie náà ni. Ẹ̀dẹ̀ tí ni wá ṣé mo máa force kẹ́ lọ wò ni? Ṣé Nàìjíríà lẹ wà bí? Ẹ ti ń wo data yín. Because ẹni tó bá ní Netflix ò ní béèrè irú béèrè yẹn. Because I pay £15 or whatever pounds every month for Netflix. Bishop Adesina ní Google recognize Ruba. Bianca Tomin is different from what in Toso. Mr. Shegun Farami, maybe you want to expatiate on that. Okay, let me by Google does not recognize Ruba. So what we are saying is that, you know, come back to the conversation. It's coming up to 5:23 a.m. and it's Saturday, Abi. Excuse me. The question I'm asking is, what more? I mean, maybe we've gained something from Nigeria. Let's even put it that way. We have gained something from Nigeria, but what more do we want to gain from Nigeria? I mean, we gain. Abiola never became the president. Tinubu is the president. Awolowo was never the president that we would have loved. Is that more than enough? I know you don't want me to mention Obasanjo because there's a lot of, you know, these Obasanjo and Igbo and all that. Mr. Olufemi is up with nothing. Bishop is also saying that the Android app of the Ruba only for now. iOS seems to be very difficult to put our apps on. I think it needs a lot of integrity test or whatever. So, but it's always good that we must push our apps into iOS. So Bishop, if it doesn't have iOS, you must make sure it goes on it. Because I think the problem we're having with our Yoruba, when it is our own, because of we know that it could become anything. We've seen, you know, things goes bust and people have invested their money in, and eventually, you know, Bishop could run away. We might not see Bishop again. So people are very skeptical. I mean, it's normal. You know, there's nothing wrong in that. Our pulse is meant to be like that. 5 million. So, you know, but do you know that we have Moki Queen Vonsha free readings? That the book I want you reading reading by okay. You reading on here. She reading the glass. I'm just joking. I want it tarot in here. I understand Queen Vonsha. You say you are doing reading. Can you help us do reading on Yoruba Nation? We need to separate. That is what we want. What I'm trying to say, some of us we've trusted some few things that I don't know. Maybe because the advert, maybe because the way they presented it, and sometimes there could be scam as well. I mean, I've lived there in 25 years and I've seen some, you know, baddest scam. Thank you so much, Mr. Balang99. Say thanks for not giving up. If I give up, we've lost everything. So why give up? That's the question. I don't think it would be nice to give up. Moken Tewa Lori, the other side, Mr. Bello, Mr. Jubril, the Prince, official. Shout out to Mr. Olumid. Happy birthday if you're the month of November. It is still live. This is a live transmission. 5:26 a.m. It's almost midnight in America. Some people have gone to bed while some are just going to work. I'm still asking the question. What have you gained from Nigeria? I mean, we've gained one or two things, but what do we want to gain more is the question. Kilafe gain more. And the other topic I use on the backup channel says, Oba King said, I can't trust anything about Yorubas. You must have had a bad experience, and there's nothing wrong in that not to trust. But I'm sure you trust a lot of Oyinbo, but most of them also are fraudsters and scammers. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. But I'm not forcing you to trust anything. I don't trust any of the platforms that I'm using from YouTube. You know, I don't know what they're doing with my data. And I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Nobody knows. Do you know that China owns TikTok? Do you know what they are doing with it? Nobody knows, but we have actually kept our details with them. The European countries are fighting TikTok now. Do you know there's a mobile phone called Huawei? America doesn't want to give them any more license. There's something that is going on between America and Hawaii because they believe that they will tap information from some of you. And the phone is very bad. Oh, bad. Not that I'm advertising for them. I've used it. Hawaii for me is still, I would prefer that than iPhone, but the only thing in iPhone is well secured. So when some of you say, I can't trust anything Yoruba, but you're trusting a phone that you don't even know what they're doing with your details, your data. But I can understand. We've all experienced one thing or the other. So we must start trusting ourselves. Regardless of whatever you must have experienced, it's important. That is life, you know, things happen, shit happen. I'm dealing with a case right now that somebody took 9.5 million. And I've given that person, you know, some few more days to give me a plan how they want to pay the money back. I'm talking about 9.5 million. On CSO or whatever they were doing, that's April. Any other one in London, outside London. And when I call him, was trying to pretend as if he doesn't know what I'm talking about. I understand because it's a very sensitive situation. Lati April. You can't do it, pay the money back. If you have used the money, you're working, that problem 10 years, you first pay the money back. You know, the pounds is quite high. With 9.5 million, that's probably about somewhere about 8,000 pounds or whatever. And to go now. So that again is, you know, is a big mistrust because maybe somebody. That's why I don't say. That's why the times I don't do visa because I know it could be messy. Because the problem most of people don't know is that when you are saying somebody is a visa agent, they are literally not a visa agent. They are just information porter that you don't know because you cannot go and find out what you need to do to put things together and submit a visa. Your visa is meant to be applied. I mean, they have agency and all that as well, but they don't make the decision. Decisions are made by àwọn ọmọ kéékèèké àwọn yẹn tí wọ́n club ní sin tó ń ṣe fàájì. Àwọn ọmọ tó máa decide visa yín àwọn wà ní club ní sin tó bá dijọ́ Monday wá kọ̀ rí application yín ta lélẹ̀. I have 30 million. O dẹ̀ gbé 30 million síbẹ̀ ní last week. Olóòpó stupid ni. Nítorí sọ fún ni pé fraud nìyẹn. The money is meant to have been built in that account in the last 6 months or 1 year. Ẹ wá ní ìyá lẹ́yìn kan ni kò jẹ́ kẹ́ gba visa. Ṣé mọ̀ pé psychology ló fi ń ṣe ìlú yìí? So they are just agents. I mean, yeah, you can pray around it and say, I mean, yeah, those agents might be perfect. Why do you think that some driver instructor failed and some do not? I remember when I was doing my driving license, driving test, and I've been driving before, you know, I eventually passed. But mo wá lọ train lábẹ́ ni. Ó wá sọ fún mi, ó ní, have you driven before? Money, no, I started driving when I came to this country. I never drove in Africa, in Nigeria. Only what kind of vehicle do you drive? When I drive van. Okay, now I know. Don't try a lot of me. Only what we need to do, only you can drive. I'm sure everybody can drive. But there's what they call the bad habit. Only what I want to do with you in the next week is to remove those bad habits until you pass. To bawa pass, Obama drive, come forward on musiga, What you need to do first is I will remove the bad habit. To battle you're the bad habit, you will pass. Wallahi, more passing you. I mean, I haven't driven in the last 3 years now. But in Nigeria now, some of you are putting the agent on pressure. So people visa do them my visa for you're a bomb bastard. I'm okay don't decide in Liverpool. Àti gbogbo bí tí office wọn bá wà ní UK níbà. So they look at the application. Look, they can decide your application within 3 minutes. They don't need to look at everything. It is called the psychology. 1 month of a war. Okay. You say you are Mr. Olayomi Koiki. or to the document kan you say you are Olayomi Koiki. Kí ló dé tó fi Mr. sí? Ṣé mọ̀ pé nílùú yìí, if my name is misspelled in anywhere put the information, I must call them and tell them to rectify it, because that means ẹlòmíì mo tún jẹ́ yẹn. Mo kàn já yín sí ni o. So your agents are just there. They are agents, just to guide you. And you lie there. And you can pray about it and hope that, the visa comes out. But don't think that I will not make a decision. The decision is made by people like me and you. Ọlọ́run wa bless ẹ. Ẹlòmíì apply lẹ́ǹkan wọ́n fún gbá. Ó dẹ̀ ti jókòó pa sí bíbá. Ẹlòmíì dẹ̀ apply 3, 4, 5, 7 times wọ́n fún. So, but do you know that the same visa that fight láti fi wọ̀lú yìí, àwọn ọmọ sí tèmi in the 80s ẹnu ọ̀nà ló ti ń gba visa. So the question is, ta ló gain in Nigeria? Maybe irú àwọn ọmọ sí tèmi gain in Nigeria, because at that time the Nigerian passport was very good. Abákọ̀ ti dẹ́nu ọ̀nà ní pọ́n wá lò fún welcome to London or wọlé nìyẹn. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ti mọ̀ pé tó ń lọ sí Liverpool, ra aṣọ, ra this, ra that. Lọ sí Marks and Spencer was a top notch níjọ́ náà long. Kò ń ṣe nonsense náà ṣe nísìn. Àwọn náà ti ń ṣe rubbish. Tó bá ra aṣọ Marks and Spencer, especially office, àwọn tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ lọ́fíìsì. Somebody was even saying now, bàbá mi kan ní nígbà tí náírà ní tó níyì nìyẹn, kò ń ṣe nísìn tí náírà ò níyì mọ́. Owó yẹn ti wọ pẹ́. Wọ́n ní nígbà tí náírà, pronunciation mi nígbà mi wife mi máa ń correct mi, wọ́n ní mo pronounce it dáadáa. Nígbà tí náírà tó níyì. So I'm asking the question now is, ṣé àwọn tó gbádùn ní 80s yẹn nísìn, ẹ mọ̀ pé nínú wọn ṣì ń sọ fún yín pé Nàìjíríà máa better. We are looking for good leaders. Ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ ti sá lọ nísìn. Mo ní kó sọ age wọn wọlé sá lọ. I'm sure he lives in UK. And then gbé ní UK, ẹ careful gan. Ẹ̀yin wà níbi tí comfortable to some extent. And we are looking for good leaders in Nigeria. Maybe that was when the Nigerian passport was good, because owó yìí níyì, ó níyì pẹ̀lú ilé, ó dẹ̀ níyì pẹ̀lú owó ìyáṣàlẹ̀. Ẹ má bínú ẹ̀ tẹ́ wà lórí TikTok, èmi mo ṣe background yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Nígbà tó owó yẹn níyì, tó níyì lélẹ̀. Owó yóò níyì mọ́ nísìn. So Tinubu fẹ́ make sure bó níyì for the next 4 years. Tóun bá wá ṣe tán, Fúlàní kan tó wá gbé, ṣe rò pé Cardoso ló máa wà níbẹ̀, wọn ní yọ. Cardoso can never be the central bank governor for the next 16 years. And for us to have that kind of stability, Biaru Cardoso yẹn láti wà níbẹ̀ for the next, even Emefiele was a very good guy. It's just that Fúlàní tọwọ́ bọ brain orí ẹ̀ bí wọ́n ṣe tọwọ́ bọ brain ní Ọ̀ṣínbàjò. Bàbá mi Ọláwí ló sọ pé Naira was acceptable anywhere in the world. Wọ́n lè accept. Kí láwọn ọmọ mi fi sábẹ́ abẹ́ mi ní iṣẹ́ àwọn òpó kankan gún mi lẹ́sẹ̀ látẹ̀ nǹkan. Nígbà yẹn wọ́n ní èmi ò tí dé London báyìí 1998 lèmi dé lùi. Wọ́n ní tó bá dé London Victoria wàá rí exchange rate, wọ́n máa kọ náírà. Lọ síbẹ̀ nísìnyí kó lọ wò bí àwa rí náírà lórí board pump bastard. Ẹ̀tẹ́ ìdá kankan. A máa sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ máa bá wa gé ní bíbá. Eunice, àwọn ti Biafra, Eunice Uchechi, máa ń lẹ̀pà sí ìbàbí ṣúgà ni. How's Canada? Don't worry, when I come Canada, I go chop for your house. You will cook ogbono, and your husband will go sit down, go talk. After that, maybe Nigeria will don't break safe. The pen robbers finish Nigeria. Òyìnbó ńlá nìyẹn. Some of you don't know the meaning of that. Pen robbers. Where's my pen? The most, àwọn tó kò ń ṣe gbogbo yín o, torí gbọ́n ẹ̀ lọ́ máa ní Kóìkì kí ló wá dé báyìí tó wá ń sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Àwọn tó jalè jù ní Nàìjíríà, àwọn tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ ní civil service. They are born bastard. Mọ̀mísí mi jẹ́ kó yé mi pé a contractor is no longer a contractor because the civil servant have become contractor. Am I right or wrong? Am I right or wrong? Ṣé mo parọ́? I'm talking about generally now. I'm not specifying on Yoruba. It doesn't matter whether they are in Southeast, Middle Belt, southeast, southwest, south, northeast, FCT. Every single one of them have now become their own contractor as well. And it wasn't like that before. What it used to be, from what I was told, is that the civil service, you will go there, a lot bid, though but now the civil service are now the main contractor. So we have a lot of contractor outside looking for the bidding. But the bidding is no longer coming outside because the Olori Buruku civil servants have taken control of it. And that is why they were, oh yeah, definitely. I'll be definitely coming to visit you. Thank you so much. And let me greet my Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, Airborne, Woto. So today, rather than having the civil service that will be there, be paid, because how did we get to where there's a particular name they call when you are trying to get a contract from the state government and the federal. What's the name called? You put the bidding in, you do that. The same thing they do here in UK as well. You submit your bidding, they will now decide who to give. But again, people go behind the door and then, Africa. What a continent. So I'm still asking, what do we want to gain? Do we have anything to lose? I'm sure we have more to gain than what to lose. Do we have anything to lose? Now. Yeah, you're right. Silver Badmus. But she's saying here, the killer, they remove the eye. Okay, Silver Badmus. I love this. Your yellow. Oh, yeah, I shouldn't be wearing it in the house. It's for so that when I'm outside in the dark, the reflection, they can see me. Yami Dokas, only Nigeria can never have a good leader. And it also a good leader is Salonese inside Kodamilomo. I'm sure the person is a diaspora. I can feel it. Because I asked few questions, he's run away. We were looking. Muni Boyenle Sokwe, good leaders since 1960. When are they going to get the good leaders? My grandmother died at the age of 90 plus. Yes, tender. Yes, God's love. Yes. You tender for the, whatever it is, maybe even to supply, because the whole country is so corrupt that, do you know that people supply things to the ministry? Do you know that you can supply things to the schools? You get the contract, your job is maybe to supply the blackboard, and you go and do it. I was watching one of the clip from the minister of the new minister of Works and Roads, and I can't remember what she saw, but he was actually saying that the way they are throwing money into the project, they are giving money that cannot even do the exact project. So it's like they are wasting money. The wastage in Nigeria is just too much. And most of what is happening in Nigeria now, Mr. Wasiu Akinyele and Baba Toda, one civil servant corrupt the politicians too. I should pin that one. I love that. How many people agree with him? That didn't come to me. That no, I called him. Sometimes I just, people send a message and I just, out of the blue, I said, let me call them back. So I spoke to one of my, our daddy, if they were started about you, any daddy were in the labor Nigeria. So AY Sports, I cite you. Ganole, Mr. Koiki, as a dealer, I sold cars to one local government, one car of 1 million, and my own receipt, a type one, making 2 receipts with 3 million. I'm scared of what to eat from it. There's a lot of businesses that can be done within the government parastatal, but they've kept it to themselves. It's no longer coming out to the public, and the public are still telling you that they're looking for good leaders. One bastard, so I'm going to come back to what I wanted to say, regarding the civil servant again. I called this my daddy, he's older than me, you can tell at least by the picture on you. So I called him. I was actually eating, and he was saying that because so many factors, the answers, they're still scared, poverty, or that if you really want to Nigeria or India or water. Look, there's a lot of spiritual things that they've done in Nigeria. What the pastor should be praying for now is to unleash that evil, but rather the pastor are praying another way, prayer, and the same thing with Imam. And all our relationships, some of them are so corrupt. So I'm not going to touch on that area now. But what I'm saying is that what make me laugh is that Daddy Yawani, I want him to come. Only my bomb by anything. We have maybe till about more Tabangbori play. Only Koiki, money Jeep we have V6 in a V8 in the engine. Only but I want to be jolly, we have a tattoo takusona. Only costing of photo show a pony. On our pack a silly. Money daddy, clear gbé mọ́tò yẹn káàkiri fún ẹ̀kọ́ jẹ́ káwọn ọmọ àdúgbò máa bún yín pé ẹ jẹ́ bàbá yìí lọ ta mọ́tò yìí dànù jàre kò yín dist torí ọmọ bá yín ti délé ni àbí kọ́ lọ rẹ pò sí. Can you imagine that? A Yoruba, I'm sure that man must have had a lot of money, but he can't afford, because he was talking about their family one, their daughter one, that schools there in UK. The man seems to even know the landmark of London and England. Talking about Masters, Birmingham, and that. So you can imagine. Are you one of those as well? Maybe you are still moving your own car. One day that car will not be able to be moved because the price is going up. Not that the price shouldn't go up, but the question is, if you're making money back, look, we live here now. It's like me to be complaining that, bread it money back up. Imagine I go to where they make those bread and I say, £3.40. I can't buy it too. Can you sell it for £3? But as long as I am making money, I should be able to buy the bread. So what is happening is, you are not making the money that you used to make some 10, 20 years ago. The money continues to reduce. Many of you are not making that money anymore. Yes or no? Because something is taking the money, and it is called inflation. Is the worst case scenario. Nigeria is running on double digit. Imagine increase the price of petrol threefold without a corresponding increase in income. I think I saw that on Twitter or something. From somewhere to somewhere is 700 naira. From CMS to TBS. Lori BRT leleyo. What we calculated way? Okay, I think it's a video. Lawyer, a lot of people are doing content in Nigeria, so there's too many of them. So one is speaking, there's another lawyer at the back. Only 700, go. 700, come. 1,004. Multiply that by 30 days. That's about 35,000 naira. Elogoni wages. Babawa Allah will say the situation in Nigeria is worse than pathetic. Anipaba 007 say, I was surprised, sir. So, how do we then say that we want to continue to gain from Nigeria when Nigeria is not allowing us to flourish as people? Regardless of whether you are Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, the Nigeria today is not allowing us to flourish. Yes or no? We are not. I think I should go and do tea. So let's take a short interlude. Kakotubo, one of those jingles. Okay, there's another jingle that, this one is got to do with, she will resend this in Shirami Shabai. Okay, Mawalati Olayomini. One of our mother local way, And the title of the book is something suicidal. Please, I know a lot of you are going through depression. I beg you, please don't commit suicide. Mo bẹ̀ yín ni. Ó bẹ́tà kẹ́ máa tọrọ. Tèmi ò bá fún yín, lómi à fún yín o. Èmi ò ń ṣe giveaway lórí platform yìí o. But I'm sure there will be people that will be ready to support you. Not that I don't support people, but our platform don't have the means to be doing that. So, mo fẹ́ lọ mórúkọ ìwé yẹn jáde. Yeah, it's called Enough is Enough on Domestic Violence by Reverend Mrs. Margaret B. Olawaye. Anibaba Sakwe Tinubu said he needed 6 months. I think we're all just being a little bit. I think 6 months is too early. I don't know. I'm not an economics, and I'm not here to defend Tinubu because I'm not being paid for that. Ejeki Angali and Julia Bikini Enje Kowashibe. Chatbot and Elisha. Okay, it's not. Anyway, let's listen to this one. Ejeki Law plug making sheti. Abroad. Tó bá dẹ̀ mú tí wọ́n máa lọ tọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀mẹ́wàá ni. Ẹ rántí pé wọ́n ní ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Obat ẹ̀ka ọ̀rọ̀ yìí náà ti jí. Àwa ti wà lórí ètò láti more than 1 hour 46 minutes Saturday. Also, mo bẹ̀ wá. I was watching Yeye Dara yesterday. Most of you come into the program. We appreciate you settle down. You don't thumbs up. It doesn't send a good signal to the algorithm. It's the algorithm. It's not that, we want money from this. We just want you to love, share. I don't normally say it before, but I've been told that, it's stupid for me to sit here and be telling my people, I want to make myself, but don't share, So I stopped that. I repaid my boy and learning more in the last few months now. So when you come on the program, even if it's 57 people watching right now on Koiki Media, only 11 people love it. Love it. I mean, thumbs up. It's unfair. So, Mr. Shegun, 6 months is too early, but he bought himself yacht. Shotira yacht yẹn Emma Yaka Paromo Tinubu. Ọ̀nà fẹ́ rà ní àmọ́ bí ó ti rà o. Báwo dẹ̀ fi máa sọ̀rọ̀ kan máa ní Koiki orí platform ti wá dé onírọ̀ platform. Pé international platform ni bíbá pé kò ń ṣe local champion ni mí. So ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ ká bá níbẹ̀ o. Tó bá yẹ pé beat ẹ̀fẹ̀ wọ́ òkè o. I'm not sure. One of the yacht has been delivered. Níbo lèmi wà kẹ̀. Theophilus Akíntúndé ẹni ẹ̀ lò sà. Èmi náà ní ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò. Mo kí gbogbo ẹni tí ọjà ọ̀dàn. Mo kí àwọn Koiki Media team. Ẹ jẹ́ lọ ṣe tí àwọn àrùn ikùn mi ti ń kọrin sí mi lára. Ṣé ká play lè ká lọ ṣe kí n lọ ṣe tí mo ń bọ̀. Mo fẹ́ play jingle mọ́mì wa yẹn bó dà pé ó wà lórí fóònù mi. So bí àyè máa díjọ́ mi. Wọ́n ní kò tí ì gba yacht yẹn náà. Ẹ máa ká san tá àti rí o. Ṣẹ́yìn ti rí yacht yẹn ní dáàdì wa àbí? Wọ́n ní the chief of naval staff confirm having taken delivery of the yacht. Màá láti wá wò yẹn lórí Google rẹ̀ sí. Ẹnu ìmọ̀ padà bọ̀ ẹ má bínú.
Àṣàtìṣe Yorùbá nípínlẹ̀ mẹ́jọ ìpínlẹ̀ Kogi, Kwara, Èkó, Ọ̀ṣun, Oǹdó, Èkìtì, Ọ̀yọ́ àti ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn làwọn ìpínlẹ̀ tí ìdíje bí ayò ọlọ́pọ́n, ìjàkadì, ijó ìbílẹ̀, ìdíje ẹwà àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ yóò ti máa wáyé látọjọ́ Monday, November 6, 2023 títí di November 13, 2023. Ní final audition máa wáyé láwọn ìpínlẹ̀ wọ̀nyí láti yan àwọn tó perégedé láti ṣojú ìpínlẹ̀ kọ̀ọ̀kan nínú ìdíje àṣekágbá. Wáyé ní Muajas Hotel Nìbàdàn, November 21 arrival day. Ìdíje wáyé ní November 22 títí di November 24 ní Muajas Hotel nílùú Ìbàdàn. Ẹni sọ lẹ́nu sàkóyàgbọ́. Odò tó bá gbàgbé orísun ṣetán láti parọ́ ní ẹ̀já àjọ gbárùkù ti díje àṣà àti ṣe ilẹ̀ Yorùbá tẹ́lẹ̀kùnjẹkùn yìí. Fún ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ àlàyé tàbí ẹ fẹ́ sonígbọ̀wọ́ tàbí olùrànlọ́wọ́ ẹ lè kàn sí Mr. Wasiu Àyìnlá lórí +134 7500 9472 Ajia Queen Para +447 946 313 160 Mrs. Roslyn +141 699 22189 tàbí TBEX +234 816 049 5979. Aṣọ ìbílẹ̀ nìkan láyà láàyò níbi àwọn ìdíje wọ̀nyí. Ìdíje àṣà àti ṣe ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ẹlẹ́kùnjẹkùn ọdún 2023 Yorùbá World
ní parun láíláíláí. Ẹja tún play another one. Mo ti ń plug omi so. Wáyé pé Nàìjíríà ní sí ilẹ̀ máa lọ ẹ̀ṣẹ́ kọ́kọ́ lọ tán. Ṣáwọn èèyàn ṣì ń lo ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì ń fi kerosene dáná ní Nàìjíríà. Ìyà jẹ ní Nàìjíríà yẹn náà díẹ̀ o. Grandma mi kíní kerosene la máa ń lò. Àwọn àdá kerosene, àwọn òwú yẹn ìgbà mi àti lọ́lẹ̀ àṣẹ máa yọ wá sókè. So okay, wọn náà ti deliver bọ̀wọ̀ tí sanwó. Company wo ló wá deliver tó sanwó kẹ̀? Irú business wo ni ẹ kẹ̀? Ẹ yẹ ká tún lọ play one more advert. Omi ẹ ló ń dùn yẹn. Ṣé mo fẹ́ play video audio yìí ṣá? Kọ̀sì mi kọ́ mo ní. Ta ló ti wo ibi tí ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ̀ gbọ́ díẹ̀ náà? Lè ṣẹlẹ̀. Kọ̀sì mi kọ́ mo ní fídíò yẹn. Wọ́n dáwọn òun jẹjẹ mọ́ ní ìlú Arálòpọ̀ àbí somewhere like that. Èmi kọ́ mo ní fídíò yẹn, mo lè fẹ́ lọ lo fídíò ní fídíò. So ẹ ká play advert ti tọ̀dọ̀ tiwa. Àwọn Àgbẹ̀kọ̀yà Society of Nigeria, ẹ ṣáà mọ àwọn Àgbẹ̀kọ̀yà tó bá ń tẹ̀lé wa káàkiri. Wọ́n ní kerosene is now 1,200 per litre. 1,200 kẹ̀. Kí ló dé tó ṣe wọ́n tó yẹn? Èló ni diesel nísìn? Mo kí Mr. Bámidélé Aliu. Bishop Adesina ní House of Representatives counsel the budget. Or counsel ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Anything is possible in Nigeria anyway. Presidency is the law, not even legislature or judiciary. Èló ni diesel ní Nigeria nísìn? A lo kerosene yẹn bíi lọ́dọ̀ alájà. Àwọn kí ló máa ń pe kíní yẹn gangan? Kò ń ṣe kerosene mo fẹ́ sọ. Kíní tó máa fi ń dáná yẹn gangan tó máa ń lo kerosene. Ìyẹn ni mo ń try láti rántí, omi yẹn ti hó. Ẹ jẹ́ n play advert kan sí kí tó lọ, omi ti hó, mo ń bọ̀. Kí lórúkọ kíní tó máa ń pè? Tá máa ń fi gbóúnjẹ sí gangan. Àwọn arọ kerosene, a máa fi òwú sí. Wọ́n bá grandma mi jà ní. Wọ́n ní kí n lọ yọ àwọn òwú yẹn ti lọ sílẹ̀. Àwa máa fíyàn lójú. Àwọn lo gas nígbà yẹn. I'm talking about 1995. Bí àgbà tí mo wá kúrò lọ́dọ̀ wọn bí wọ́n padà wá lo gas, I don't know. Stove àti lantern. Stove. Ẹ mọ̀ pé business gidi ni business yẹn, but ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé gbogbo stove yẹn importation náà ni. A lọ kó stove wa. Ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé stove yẹn tó bá jẹ́ pé àjàkúta ó ṣiṣẹ́ lára nǹkan tó yẹ kó máa ṣe nìyẹn. Mo ń bọ̀ jẹ́ lọ ṣe kí ni mo fẹ́ ṣe. Àti play ilé lẹ́ǹkan. Ẹja play ti ilé December 2nd. Stove àti lantern. A máa lọ import yẹn wá àtùpà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Kò sí ilé kọ̀ọ̀kan tó ní. Ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì máa ń ta mosquito coil. Kí ni ẹ̀dẹ̀ ó wà dangerous gan, mosquito coil.
Àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ̀dàpá wọn lóru ó yẹ kó mọ̀ pẹ́ dá. Torí tó bá kọ̀ tí ó dùgbẹ́ orí ẹgbẹ̀fà. Irú wọn ti pẹ́ gidi náà orí ẹgbẹ̀je níjọ́. Ìdí àti abárè tí àwọn Yorùbá UK Central Office parapọ̀ sàṣẹ̀rò nínú ìmọ̀ ìjìnlẹ̀ wọn. Tí wọ́n sì ya ọjọ́ kan àrà ọ̀tọ̀ sílẹ̀ fún ìdúpẹ́. Lórí ibi àti bẹ̀rẹ̀, ibi abadé àti ibi tá ń lọ láìpẹ́. Àkọ́kọ́ rú ẹ̀ tí àwọn ìkàn lókolóko ọmọ Yorùbá lágbàáyé ọmọ parapọ̀ fún ǹdọ̀kan sọ wípé Olúwa ó ṣe é. A sì ti mọ láǹfààní láti máa pàdé àwọn olólùfẹ́ wa gbogbo. Láwọn tí wọ́n jó nígbàwọ́ fún ètò ìdúpẹ́ yìí. Bẹ̀rẹ̀ látòrí Yorùbá UK Central Office fúnra lára wọn gan. Tí wọ́n tó ní ìkan láàjọ ṣe. Koiki Media tí wọ́n jágbẹnusọ fún Dr. Sunday Igboho Òòṣà. Pẹ̀lú magazine ti ká lára rẹ̀. Dr. Sabi Talk Show. Sanfatis FM. Wọ́n àpapọ̀ Yorùbá World Congress. Àti Yorùbá World Media lágbàáyé. Ọjọ́ ọpẹ́. Ọjọ́ àbámẹ́ta lẹ́yìn tó jọjọ́ kejì oṣù kejìlá ọdún tí a wà yìí. Ní Abadasha Actual College. Pips Road Side. Pips Road, London. SE14. 5SF UK. 135 Pips Road. London SE14 5SM ni ó ti máa wáyé bẹ̀rẹ̀ látago 3 ọ̀sán títí di agogo 10 àṣálẹ́ UK time. Ọ̀fẹ́ àti ìrọ̀rùn ní ètò jíjẹ mímu ọjọ́ náà máa bọ́ sí fún wa. Tá ò sì ní gbà kọ́bọ̀ lọ́wọ́ ẹnikẹ́ni fún owó ìwọlé. Tó jẹ́ sí wípé gbogbo ẹni tó bá fẹ́ wá síbi ètò ìgbáyìí lọ́jọ́ náà ó gbọ́dọ̀ gba tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì wọlé rẹ̀ lórí Eventbrite lọ́kàn tẹ́ bá ti tẹ First Yorùbá Community.
Ilé wà l'Amẹ́ríkà tẹ́ bá fẹ́ lọ sùn. Ilé mọ́ lọ́dọ̀ tí wàá ń bì báyìí nù.
Àti àwọn tó bá fẹ́ tẹ̀lé wá síbi ayẹyẹ ìkàlẹ̀ lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́. Ẹ má gbàgbé wípé ètò tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì wa yìí dá lórí first come first serve. Fún ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ àlàyé síwájú sí tàbí káyé kan.
Ẹ má bínú. Your country, God have mercy. Koiki didn't remember stove again. Abroad is good though. 3 years. Ìmọ̀ àti grandma mi. Èmi máa ń dákà jẹ ni. Tábà ní kí n lọ ṣe stove yẹn, màá ní ẹ jẹ́ kí n bá yẹn lọ pé bọ́sẹ̀ wà lókè. Èmi ń jáde lọ nìyẹn. Èmi lọ jẹun níta. Wọ́n ní ìyá ẹ̀ ti fowó ránṣẹ́. Owó yẹn máa tó tàn. Mo ní ẹ jẹ́ kí n ṣìnà náà. Láti dọ́dọ̀ phase 2 alámàlà. Ẹ ta àmàlà fún mi jàre. Ìwájà àmàlà tán àti lọ jẹ toast bread. Àṣegbó kìíní yẹn toast bread yẹn máa ń gùn mí jọ̀yìn. Ọlọ́run lè lo mọ tán máa ń fi sí àwọn ọbẹ̀ yẹn ní Nàìjíríà. Ọbẹ̀ yẹn máa ń dùn bí àkókò mọ tán fi sí. Oríṣiríṣi náà dẹ̀ láti gbọ́. Wọ́n náà fọ̀dí sí náà ṣe kìíní kan. Tó bá tó wá lọ sí Marina, àwọn ráìsì burúkú kan wà lọ́nà Marina yẹn. Èmi máa gbéra láti inú phase 2 máa lọ jẹ ráìsì ní Marina. Ṣáwọn workers tẹ̀ ṣì ń jẹun níta ṣá. Mo rí àwọn káì tó lọ ń disturb àwọn ìyá tó ń tajà. Eunice, you dey laugh. Me I dey chop anything o. You know, and there be some people wey dey put ẹja yọyọ. Ẹja yẹn wọ́n máa wọ̀yàn lójú. So the moment wey I don finish money, then you know it used to be Western Union. Nigeria gba Western Union. Ẹ̀yin yahoo. Ẹ̀yin boys. Àwọn boys. Ẹ ti lò pa. Ìyẹn kọ́ ní mo ìrántí stove. Ṣé mi lo stove ní bíbá? Do you know that they came to service my gas and the boiler simultaneously? I posted the video of the boiler anyway, technician. So bàbá tó wá fix the gas yẹn wá ń bi mí pé do you use gas in the house? Money yes. Me out to the kitchen. But you say you use gas. Money yes. But this one is electric. The thing with me I carry for head, you should have asked my wife. But when you're ready, money you should have asked my wife. If I were in London, but I'm over here, you're calling for many copy Latin America. So I'm still asking the question. Ilé-iṣẹ́ money. Àti wà lágo mẹ́fà, èyí tí wà lágo méje. Kò ń ṣe fault wa now. Ṣé wọn láòyè bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. I don't use stove now. Àfihàn lójú. Àwọn NEPA. Tell them open inside phase 2, we get the NEPA office. So I call switching off. Put everybody in darkness. And the grandma me honey like that to power. Just a mosquito coil. All those green stuff. And I'm told it's very poisonous, but a lot of us have used it. It was when I got to UK, I was told that it's not good at all. You know, what that is joy. So what we normally do is our man fi no abo ayu ó tún láwọn plate kan tó máa ń lò tó bá lọ jẹun náà àwọn àmàlà yẹn kò dàbí pangolo kò dàbí pan ó máa ń funfun báyìí you know they are not authentic metal, you can tell. Òun ló máa ń sábà lo àwọn búkà yẹn, very cheap one, stainless. They don't suffer for that country, man. I'm talking about 95, where my mom said they send like, sometimes she said, I mean, I can't estimate how much she was sending then, but she was sending top notch pounds. You know, I'm talking about 1995. As soon as I finished secondary school, I find myself inside Lagos Island. I find girls, you know, all this, you know, big boy. I'm a London. Yeah, we're London. To send the Shifaji. So she man, she fancy carnival. Then it used to be the problem where the only thing I hate about Lagos is because Any small thing, ẹ máa ń pàgọ́ ni. Kí ló dé? Any small thing, pàkà, ó ti pàgọ́, ó ti gúnra wọn, you know. So I always like, it's crazy. Yeah, because I'm not used to that. I found it very difficult to settle with that when I first got to Lagos. Any small thing, what a pago, what a gun, our code on hospital. I will call on see. There's a police station that this our king Obakiolu. Yeah, but he was a Lagos State Kinikon police in that Adinijadele. The king Obakiolu. He had a wife in phase 2. He had 2 wives. One lives in phase 2, Adinijadele. Yeah, Eunice, yeah. I finished in 1995 in Abeokuta Grammar School. Okay, you finished in 97. And you find girls in that man and you that's okay now. I know. But the only thing I didn't know Ibadan until I finished secondary school. My sister went to FGGC or your local long. Gbogbo bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní sẹ́wọ̀n bí ọ̀tẹ̀ bí gbogbo ti criminal àwọn terrorists and kidnap àwọn èèyàn. Mom see me they take a risk gbọ́ngbà yẹn. Gbéra gbóṣù lọ sí FGGC or your. Can't do all that now anymore because of this terrorist bomb bastard. Somebody said that makes some people love Lagos. I hate it. That's why I don't go to most of the, they do jump, during Christmas. More than I love the ambience, but the problem is the moment they start breaking bottles and all that, I've seen people that have, they've actually destroyed their head, their eyes, maybe thought in jugo. So now they run from all that nonsense. Or JJC. So, and I've always been, one all the time, especially my mom. I'm born London. London. Money move lo see Unilag, mom. So my mom said no, Unilag, you call Unilag in it. How many hours have we done? We got 1 more hour to go, hopefully. So the program will end in 3 hours. So we got 1 more hour. Let me open the phone lines in case you want to call in. Let's listen to the advert a little bit more, and then we allow calls to come through. You run away. I'm not going to run away. I can't for him for more. But this time around, anything won't happen. Then maybe we're there, but now, And when they play football is another problem, Lagos Island, they just like fight. Any small thing, fight. I've seen people where also, kílódé tó ṣe so ṣọlọ́ọ̀dá lè so ní ká tó mọ̀ pàkà ìjà ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ kílódé. And any small thing wọ́n gba betting ju kílódé alẹ́ lọ. Wàhálà tàtẹ̀ ń sàn kankan fún mi lánàá pé some people want something experts 45 million, and they didn't pay them out. They said there was a mistake. I don't know. What is going on in Imo State? Prophet Emmanuel Obi, you want to pray for Imo State? Election, I know. Okay, let me ask. I'm a bit lost. Shey Hope Uzodinma, is he recontesting again, or is he complete his tenure and there's a new person? Crown Council said we shall survive. Yeah, we are going to survive. In Lagos, nowhere is peace. Okay. Mr. Kolawole, Daddy Akabo, in Germany. I want to allow to that 2 hours. Eunice. Àwọn babes máa ń wọlé nígbà táwa ti wà ní sẹ́ẹ̀tì kan nìyẹn. Àwọn ti 1997. Àwa ni senior yín, Eunice will be your senior. Will be your senior. So, no peace for Lagos. Then I love traveling from Lagos to Surulere. It's 2 different locations entirely. When you go to Surulere, it seems that everything is calm. What about big boys? Before everybody come, they move go Ikoyi, Now they go to Banana Island. Now they're going into the river. Everybody just they push Banana Island. On buy house now, they say 450 billion. Can they come million? People are struggling, man. Even people that has good business in Nigeria, the criminal Pozima is contesting. Okay, that is why it's killing a lot of people. Anyway, if you are in Imo State, Biafra say sit at home. Sit at home. Don't let Opuzodima go kill you. Is Tinubu back in Nigeria or is he still in Saudi Arabia? It's Tinubu today. What of we passed out in 1984? That delay, you know, 1984 with Tibao. Ẹ̀yin àti Buhari lẹ́jọ́ lọ sí school. Ẹ̀yin àti Buhari gboyè tó overthrow Nigeria nìyẹn. I think Buhari overthrown in 1983 or 84. Ẹ̀yin senior one nìyẹn. Ẹ̀yin senior said. Prophet Emmanuel, he has not one project to mention after 4 years. Because he's supporting terrorists now, Fulani man. You know, Seun Okinbaloye interviewed Opuzodima. He asked about Nnamdi Kanu. The guy just go around. I do one project. And I'm thinking, and I didn't even realize that my wife added as well. Say, are you the one against Nnamdi Kanu not being released? You know, that is the question. He said, we are doing a road, we are doing a project, we are doing that. Yeah. Shout out to those of you that finished in 1984. School, you know, Shabi Baptist. Then I'm okay. I see, Mr. Koiki, have you been to Ajigmule, Ijora Badia? Tiba sọ pé mo débẹ̀ ẹ̀rọ ni mo pa ọ́. Kò máa ń gbọ́ Ajégúnlẹ̀ yẹn ni. Ajégúnlẹ̀. Ni mo wá kiri mẹ́. Ajégúnlẹ̀ kẹ̀. Me from Lagos Island, mainland, come back. Or Ikeja, where my cousin stays. Tiba fi lọ ṣeré. Look, then it just, do we still have the Lapakine Tropicana or Lapakine something? You know, Nigeria. So those 3 areas I go, I don't go anywhere. I avoid Mushi. It's too rowdy. Mushika. Somebody wants to interview me from Mushi. I'm told that somebody wants to interview us from, one of the radio or something in Mushi. And you was send audio. I hope you are not working for Tinubu. Only one interview Koiki Media. I mean, I do grant interview. I don't have a problem with that. That is the job that we do. Ajégúnlẹ̀, kí ni mo wá kiri? Ṣé ìjọra bá díẹ̀ àìkọ́ láwọn ọmọ aláìmọ̀ tí ń ta gbogbo pẹ́pẹ́ yẹn? Ó dà kí mo débẹ̀ yẹn rí. There was a time that I felt this suya spice. Mojamosa bẹ́ẹ̀ ni Mojamosa la fi máa kíkanjú. Mojamosa ni. Some people don't know that. There's always another day to fight. I think the social media has really helped us a lot. Prophet Emmanuel went on to say the living Imo State youth are going through depression after this total darkness of Imo State. Wow. Election is not the problem to Nigeria. We end this program at 6:30. I think I'm feeling a little bit tired. So we have 20 more minutes. I can't take it to 7 o'clock. So stay with us for another 20 minutes. We'll end the program together so that everybody can go and sleep, especially those in the North America, Canada, people for Russia. I never see Abdullah. Yeah, Abdullah is Shisha, the United Arab Emirates. No food, no money. It's not just in Imo State to Daddy. It's everywhere. I don't understand why we have a land, we have water, we have sun, and people are still hungry. It's just so sad. It's a very sad situation. Okay, that one is K2. Then I love Ojuelegba as well. I used to have an auntie that lives in Ojuelegba, but my pickpocket Ojuelegba. So I actually try to avoid that area as well. Then there was another place that Alakara. Alakara, I know at the opposite Katodojo Legba. I mix it up. Am I being seen? I don't know. I don't know too much places. I schooled a lot of I spent most of my time in Abeokuta. So by the time I got back to Lagos, I only spent 3 years, and I traveled out of Nigeria. So each time I go to Nigeria, all my mom I hardly know no, bro. I don't know nowhere. I drove once in Nigeria when I came back. I think 2017. Somebody gave me a car. Oh, if you like motor, too much traffic. Just a bonding motor, just a burn air condition. I go on my Okada. Somebody wanted to say, Koiki, that was before we started Yoruba Nation now. Can't take that risk anymore now. My face is too popular now for me to take that risk. So I drove myself a few times. I entered one chance in Ojo Elegba in 2006. It was near-death experience. Did you hear that? That's Uniso in 2006. Me, I don't leave Nigeria. I've left Nigeria then. Me too, I don't stay long for this UK. Mr. Derem, good morning to you, Sue, as well. Welcome to the program. Okay, we have a call coming through. Mosquito coil almost got a house burn last week. Again, the woman put it through the window. Hey, bro, that's dangerous. So let's hear from Bishop Addition a little bit before we end the program. Hello, Bishop.
Hello, good morning, Koiki.
You're welcome, sir. Good morning, sir.
How are
you, sir?
God bless you.
Amen.
Mo fẹ́ báwo èèyàn wa sọ̀rọ̀ díẹ̀ ni wọ́n short ní ìrìn àjò yìí self-determination movement let me just put it that we running things, or in life there are three sets of people. The people that make things happen, the people that watch things happen, and the people that don't know things happen. The people that don't know things happen, those ones, they are out of the way. They don't even know what is happening. They're ignorant of what is happening. The people that watch things happen, they have idea of what is happening, but they stand on the fence. They get Then we have the third set, the people that make things happen, the people that actually executing things. Now, we have big numbers of Yoruba people on that middle class, people that watch things happen. They stay at the fence watching things playing. And when you see people commenting like that, you can detect by the kind of statement or question they are making. The kind of statement or question they are making. Number one, if a man feels that, okay, Ruba, you don't understand Ruba. Why can't you go and find out? Call Professor Banji Akitoye and find out.
Okay.
Many programs that we have done, Baba himself is the one that came out and introduced it and talked about it.
Okay.
And called me out. That time when we are even ready, and Banki Titiwa ready, then this shows a lot of our people are myopic. They don't know the gravity of what they are asking for.
Okay, let me come in there. Is it because we are also not educating them on what we are talking about?
It's not because we are not educating.
Because let me rephrase it this way again.
Okay.
In a society like where we are, because what we're trying to do, we're trying to raise the bar. We should not assume that people know anything. That is the reason why we are doing what we are doing continuously. It is a pain. Sometimes we sit here 3, 4, 8 hours. But what I'm trying to say is that if we look at a society where something will be implemented, even if it's just a small change to implement something, I'm talking about in UK now, we will be given enough different reason why that thing is meant to be. And I'm going to take you back to one particular London borough of Haringey. And this is what I I don't want us to put a blame on the people now. I think what we should be doing more now is we want them to come out consistent education. And this is why I'm saying that I always try to say that if they call it a business, it's a business. That's number one.
Yes.
Because what people wants to know is the truth of what is behind it. And as long as people understand that, oh yes, like I said earlier, somebody wants to send me $50 from US and they're already complaining that PayPal is going to remove money, even if they're removing £3. And I have to explain to the person that, look, if you still go through this another route called Cash App will still remove money. So let's say now that somebody wants to send money through Ruba, they must also understand that Ruba will charge them. We shouldn't give them the impression that it's going to be free, because that way they might start asking questions. And I'll let you continue. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. In all adverts or presentation that we have made, there was no particular time we've told people that it's free. But what I want to, the scenario I want to let people to understand, the people are responding. The people are responding. Yoruba people are responding. Even people that are not Yoruba, Igbos, many other ethnic groups all around, and white people, they are responding because they know the importance of this thing. But the few Yoruba that you see that are talking, the myopic one that made such a comment, the question I'm asking them is, the country where you are, the banks that is working there, is it not a private business? Is it the government that owns those banks?
No, it's not. It's a private business.
So why do you hear that there is a bank and you feel, because they say it's Yoruba person, you feel it is are we running a socialism government? Are we already in our country? Did Yoruba has the resources that is extracting that want to be invested free? Don't you know it is some group of people that invested into that thing, and it's a business?
And let me add this.
That and the Yoruba self-determination leadership.
And let me add this to it as well.
Understand that,
there's all kind of different bank accounts in this country. Currently, right now, my business account is not with any of these high street banks because I don't trust them anymore. Not the Barclays, not the HSBC, not the Lloyds, the NatWest that we've known. I am now banking with Tide. I don't know where they are. As far as I'm concerned, I pay at least monthly up to £20 service charge for running that business account. But I am satisfied with the services I'm getting as against going to the high street. So I think, you got to start understanding that we are moving away from, a contraction country called Nigeria, and we're going to do different things. But right now, we don't have the country yet. So what we are doing right now is we are preparing our mind. Because look, if we have Yoruba country now, I might decide to have a kind of my own mobile network. There's nothing wrong in that. As long as the country, I will have to pay the tax. Why do you think, the Glo, the MTN, they're making money? They are monopoly at the moment. We got to break them into pieces. Because the reason why they're taking so much money for all this contraction, MTN and Glo, is because they don't want you and me to penetrate the market. And I'll give an example before I go back to Bishop again. because I'm not, questioning Bishop here right now. I'm not going to side him. I'm a journalist. We want to make sure we vet everything. What I'm saying is that there's a guy called Rupert Murdoch. I'm sure some of you that lives in the UK. He's a billionaire. Rupert Murdoch. They are one of the most, richest guys that are into neutrality. Well, look at that, Rupert Murdoch. They are rich, but they are controlling the media in a way. And what the British government did was they break them into pieces so that they don't have the highest shareholder to control the narratives. Only Sky. So, and today, Sky, they are not just, in my house, I have Sky. They are not just running a Sky TV like the DSTV. They also have, what they call the mobile network. You can buy a mobile phone from them as well. You can buy insurance from them. You can buy many services from them. So I think especially those diaspora that wants to be knocking this kind of project off is a shame, because what we should be doing, okay, Bishop, what are you doing? Let's come into it. Let's see it. Maybe something that we can partner. If not, we don't want to partner. Can we set up our own as well? How do we do it?
Yeah.
But rather than sit back and then trying to knock something off because you are not familiar with it, but some of you are investing your money in some of the places that you cannot even say in the near future you'll get something out of it.
They are investing in places that they don't even see the director. Now you can call me. You can reach out to me. But where many of them are even investing, or they mobile app, some of them are using to target. They don't even know. They can't even call the customer care. And you whenever they say this one is a Yoruba man, you feel because it's a Yoruba man. I mean, is that not a slavery mentality? Do you know who is Bishop Adeshina? Do you know where I'm trained? Do you know people that work with? I never work in a Nigerian company. I work with multinationals through my life when I've been working. All the banks I've worked, they are white companies. That's where I train. I'm an HR. All the directors that will be manager of their branches, all what I will train them, they give me all the handouts to digest first before I will train them. So all what their directors become, I'll become it first before I train them. Do you know how many Nigerian Yoruba person that is making life to work for America?
Let me come in again there.
Look at that. Look at that. That Yoruba man that is in this satellite this in America, NASA. Bàbá yẹn ó sọ wípé òun wá ọmọ Yorùbá tó ń lè train tó ń tẹ̀lé kó gbogbo knowledge tó ń ti ní NASA kó kó sí wọn lórí. Who is ready to organize a group?
Let me come in there again, Bishop. I've now got a bit of Rupert Murdoch. Rupert. Murdoch is spelled Murdoch. In case some of you wants to go back and reference to these. Kate Rupert Murdoch, AC KCSG, is an Australian-born American business magnate, investor, and a media proprietor. He was born on the 11th of March, 1931. As we speak today, he's age 92. He's still alive. Born in Melbourne, Australia, as a spouse, divorced in 2022, children, blah, blah, blah. His net worth is $17.7 billion as of 2023. This is what I'm saying about. This one not involved in politics, but again, they are very, very powerful. Let me tell you some of the organization that he founded. Some of you come on the social media, you must sit back and listen to us. We're not here joking. That is why I'm asking again this morning. Do we have nothing to lose when we go out of Nigeria? We have nothing to lose. We have so much to gain. Let me give you the organization that these are the organization he founded. Emma Fox News. He founded Fox News. Emma News Corp. He founded News Corp. Emma Sky News. He founded Sky News. He founded Sky. He found Fox and more as well. These are all the organizations. Only Sky Italia, only News Corporation, and only Fox Entertainment Group, and only Fox Sports, and only Sky, Fox Network Group, and only Fox Station, Sky España, Real Record, continue to talk about it. So what am I trying to say here is they've literally dominated the media industry. They're never going to talk about Yoruba Nation. They're never going to talk about the breakup of Nigeria, because as far as they're concerned, that is not their business. They have other stakeholders that they are working underneath. Many of your companies in Nigeria, you'll be surprised that these guys have already invested in it behind the scene.
So our more Yoruba have to come out from their cocoon, their slavery and their bondage mindset. Some of Emi àti Yagboya ju sọ̀rọ̀ recently. Also for me, why some of the Yoruba youths are bound, even though they are in the diaspora, they have exposure, they are bound in their mind. A lot of them, some of them came from home that they were not treated well. Maybe their father has many wives or something like that. It's not all that behave like that. But hatred, tí wọ́n ti fi marginalize wọn láti inú ilé wọn, kìíní yẹn ṣì wà nínú ìwà wọn, even outside that they are exposed. All their attitude, it shows that kind of to throw things down, to write off things down in order to Ilara, or how to put it. Yoruba have to come out of that box. Now, when we started, it was just two banks. RBE, our home bank, and Ruba Cash, that is the one Yagboya Ju and Baba Joseph's control. Now we are 8 banks. People are 8 banks, and they are all Yoruba people. All around the world, 8 banks. We are running Ruba. Transacting Yoruba, people are responding, and I want to open account. Most of Yoruba open. I know most of us are Yoruba, but white people that are Oyibo, other Yoruba, Igbos and Edo people, they are opening and they are transacting Yoruba. What people don't understand is Ruba is money, just like Naira, dollar, pounds, and all that. Now, it belongs to Yoruba Nation. It is a proposed Yoruba Nation currency. Now,
okay, let me explain that. Hold on, Bishop.
Self-determination leadership.
Hold on, Bishop. Hold on. Again, let me clarify that area, because this is where people are also kind of confused. Breaking news: Bayelsa INEC official kidnapped in Sangbama, boat carrying 12 staff, capsized, election material destroyed. Good luck to them. Thank you so much, my brother, for giving us that breaking news, Ayomikun. When Bishop used the word propose, maybe Bishop, you must continue to emphasize on that word propose, because people might not understand that meaning of propose. It is not the official. It is the proposed that is being used. We can even call it a pilot scheme, even if that's what you want to say. Is a pilot scheme that is working. Does not mean that we will not have our own later official Yoruba Central Bank. Look, I've said it before. 2 years it took to set up the CBN Act, the central bank. It was 2 years before Nigeria got independent. So if we are running something right now that we think that is a proposed, does not mean that we might eventually accept it when we get the country. We don't have Yoruba Nation. We don't have it now. What we have now is just we are running what we call a movement. And in a movement, you can run so many things underneath as long as it is legal. We are not running an arm ammunition here. What we are saying is that what Bishop is proposing, we had a similar proposal with a constitution as well. And I think, Bishop, you might have to write something, in this template that we need to put on our website, and I can direct people there. There is a proposed constitution that was put together by my website, www.koikimedia.com. It was a proposed constitution. Does not mean that we are going to accept it, but people came together. These are legal lawyers. I mean, I'm going to bring that information up now. They put it together and we read it then. We talked about it. And at the end of the day, it is still a proposal. Everything to consider. We may accept it, we may not accept it. But what Bishop are doing right now, in the near future, the Yoruba government would definitely have to then look into it and vet it and probably say, okay, we will take one out of it. We will not take everything. We will not even take anything. It is why they call it propose. So Teban Sotomani, Yoruba currency. Yes, it's right. We can say Yoruba currency, but it's a propose. It's not mean that we have a country yet. Emma Sorolo Bishop.
Thank you very much. And the reason why Baba Akintoye gave the order for it to be released and to be active working is because there are three things. Number one, there was an eye-opener during that January, February, March Naira conversion. When people were walking and dying, falling and dying on the street, people thought this thing is a joke. When people were at the ATM junction, were fighting, people were going in inside bank, nakeding themselves, women, nakeding themselves. How come we are so callous like this? We are too callous. Yoruba people were too callous. We forget things easily. Even if you are in diaspora, you watch this thing on media. You should rise up that things terrible happen. And this thing should not happen again. People were walking on the street and falling down and dying. Some people are dying in the house because they have money and they cannot collect that money in the banks. Some are sending money, the money cannot go, and the money is being deducted. It means the people are using money to buy money. When you have 10,000 naira, you want to collect it, you will invariably collect like 6,000 naira, and 10,000 will be deducted. For you to have 6,000 naira, you have to pay 10,000 because there is no cash anywhere, and you have to rush that one because somebody else will come and they will say it is finished. You come late for you to collect 6,000 for your 10,000. These are the dilemma. People on the street, people cannot eat. People are drinking gari. That's if you see gari to drink. So when you come out of that problem, Baba, when that problem was happening, that's when Baba called us. That money we design as a proposed currency. How can we start using it? We have not started struggling that we want to move out from Nigeria. This is happening. How will people survive? So something has to be on ground that is working, that our people can save their money, that their money can be saved. If not, once it happens, all your labor and your effort in Nigeria goes away. And so that is the first reason to save the financial assets of our people in the homeland. Àwa lè láàjà, àwọn ọmọ Igbo sọ pé àwọn máa jà, wọ́n dẹ̀ ti ń gbé ìgbésẹ̀. Wọn kì í máa náà gbogbo fẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀. Tó bá ṣẹlẹ̀ òjijì ni. Tó bá dẹ̀ ti ṣẹlẹ̀, your bank is not working again. Everything. Nobody will accept Naira again anywhere in the world. You lose your money. Rupa, that's why we sat down. People that have experienced financial this thing, we sat down and brainstormed the best way to do it and how to run it. We have a article that guides us, and we have an MOU with the Baba's office. So it's not individual something, whatever name you may want to call it. I want to go sorrow Lori and later. Gbogbo wọn ti ń báńkì orúkọ àṣẹ. Àwọn tó kọ́kọ́ ní kíní ni ìlú kí ló fẹ́ fi ṣe kó sẹ́ńdì owó síbẹ̀ wọ́n lè sọ pé kí ló ra tó tẹ́lẹ̀ ẹ̀ fi sẹ́ńdì owó sí ẹ̀.
We already having that problem in UK.
All those are the measures that àwọn company òyìnbó àwọn báńkì òyìnbó yẹn wọ́n ti gbé ìgbésẹ̀ láti gbẹ́sẹ̀ lé owó gbogbo yín ní diaspora lè sọ pé fẹ́ kéré owó máa bọ̀ nílé. So all the reason is that so that you can be able to convert your money to Ruba and bring your money home without restriction or money laundering or anything. That's the second purpose. The third purpose is so that we can even test run the economy of Yoruba people through the traffic that is using the Ruba, and that analysis will be useful for our diplomatic explanation. Àwọn bàbá wa ń ṣiṣẹ́ tó tó máa ń bá àwọn àjọ àgbáyé sọ̀rọ̀. Wọ́n rí evidence and data to speak about concerning our economy. Àwọn ọ̀tẹ̀ ẹlẹ́rù kó ràn Yorùbá nation. And you just see some people just come out and be saying, look at that one saying Google did not. What extent did he know about Ruba that he said Google did not? He's on Google. Go and download RB Eventual Bank. Do you ask questions? You don't ask. If we don't have iOS, we have Android. We are working on it. Go and use the website. All those things cost money. We don't beg you for money. So why are you people so myopic? Is that the way you react to the Western slave that tax you of your money? Because they know that Yoruba person is the one that use it. That doesn't, we don't bloody shit of whatever you think. Sorry for that language. We don't care about whatever you think. And it's a pure business, yes, but we have MOU with Yoruba leadership.
Okay.
And whatever you use, whatever transaction you do with the Yoruba is for your good. And apart from that, it's for the good of Yoruba nation also. So that's what we want people to know. But we are progressing. We are really progressing. We are really progressing. I told you that from two partners, we are now about 8. And more people are still applying. They want to run virtual bank too.
All right.
You let us know. We will assist you.
What we're going to do, Bishop, I think what we're going to do, we're going to have to bring you. We're going to have to bring you in.
Dubai money, Libya money, Gambia money, and all that. Even Libya that they don't run bank. Do you know they don't run bank in Libya? Run bank in there.
Even though I think Kenya can run kini kan pase or something like that.
It's just like a Burundi low run no bank you want it. But your Ruba can change to the Libyan money because we are partners over there.
All right.
So we are advancing and we are professionals. So whatever interest you have whatever things keep it to yourself.
No, I wouldn't want us to use that word. What we just, like I said, is the same thing. You probably have to be more patient because it's the same thing that we are doing the same thing that I've cost people this morning at the beginning when somebody said I created the problem for Igboho, using violence, and I'm asking, my own Igboho, is it a baby? So I've caught that person. So we have to be. So what we're gonna have to do, we have to bring you in one of the programs again like this, where we will have more time and we'll allow people to call in. All right. Well, like I said, all right.
What do you know?
All right. Okay.
Financially, like the one you are working on. That your this thing, so that our people can communicate.
So sorry later. Let's leave that. We will bring you on the program, like I said, so that you come and talk to us.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much. I always like to always say it. If you say it's a business, there's nothing in this world today that is not a business. Okay. When we have a Yoruba nation country, Mokie Iyamidada Ashatishe, good morning, Ekabo, Soyetowa. Sherry, until we all start understanding that, do you want a Yoruba country that you will be like like North Korea, or you want a Yoruba nation country that you'll be South Korea? Babawa Kola Wolini, what is the website? The website is www.rbebanking.org. rbebanking.org. I have an account with it as well. I have it before. I'm not on the account below. Let me say this. Look, my Tide account. And the reason why it's easier like that, it might not be for you, they were Nigeria, because they cannot verify you. I would have said, go and test it. I don't know about people in Europe. Maybe you can test what I'm saying. Tide. Not that I'm promoting it, but I just want us to understand that at this stage, you know what our brother is saying. Look, data is where the money is at the moment. Facebook is making money because only guarantee pay only billion followers to Facebook. That means people say to advertise on Facebook, your message will travel fast. Or not on Instagram, or on WhatsApp. Maybe some of you don't know. So this notion that Emafe Noki, this Uber, I will not sit here and allow that. Yes, we need due diligence. If it's going to be a scam, oh yes, we must make sure that we pick Bishop wherever he is, and he will have to come and face justice. But what we need to understand is, when we have a Yoruba nation country, what the government would then have to do is to scrutinize further and then guarantee every Yoruba person to invest in Sibe. Just like the UK government would have to guarantee that my money doesn't get lost in my Tide business account. I hope this is what we are saying, that look, we are no longer in that era. First Bank in even when we have a Yoruba nation today, all they would have to do is they would just have to first change that name, First Bank Nigeria, not. It would have to be First Bank Yoruba Land. That is if they still want to continue operation in our own territory. It doesn't matter which of the bank, they will not be able to use the logo Nigeria anymore, as at the time we have our own country. But for now, the reason why you're still seeing First Bank Nigeria is because they are still operating with I've just gone and do a Google. CBN Act 1958, ELOCA, a draft legislation for the establishment of the Central Bank of Nigeria. When are we going to start preparing our mind and start setting up a draft of the legislation for the establishment of the Central Bank of Yoruba? There's nothing to stop us from having a draft. This draft was presented to the House of Representatives in March 1958. Nigeria did not get independent until 1960. That means 2 years before the independence of Nigeria, some people sat somewhere and started drafting what will now be the Central Bank of Nigeria today. So any content starts saying, we are not interested in Yoruba nation. Okay, why not get in touch with Baba Akintoye? Why not get in touch with him? And if anybody wants to call in, it seems that we are still pushing the broadcast plus 44 74 04 405 917. That's the studio number. So some of you need to start understanding that we are not joking with a lot of Yoruba nation. We need the accountant, we need the economics. Look, if all this Cardoso, Tinubu, Johnson, if they are helping us to draft the Central Bank of Yoruba, it will be better than what is doing now for Nigeria, because eventually Fulani will do the same thing Tinubu have done to Emefiele. They will probably pick up Cardoso after the tenure of Bola Tinubu and say they're not satisfied with whatever took place then. The same way Tinubu picked up Emefiele, even though they've released him today. So we need to start understanding that. And we need to start trusting each other. Like I said, I have I've opened an account that I don't even know. As long as I've seen the review, it's okay. I open it. And I've been running the Tide account since 2019. Even I was not using it as I'm using it right now. 2019, Nimutishi Tide business accounting. But I am more using it now because it's easier for me so that when I present my financial year to the accountant, it will just ask for my bank statement. So don't sit and think that, Yoruba Nation is because we come here, we abuse, we do. No, it's a serious situation. And let me take you back again. As Bishop was talking there about propose, propose, the dictionary meaning of propose. Because many Yoruba people understand the kokorara. Because listen, see Jagba Jantis, and Jankari will carry Agbaye. Kilon propose. I propose to my wife. In don't propose near. And sometimes she can say no or fair for whatever reason. So let's look at the English dictionary for
propose.
Put forward. Koikiri sọ pé ẹ jẹ́ ká gba Koikiri propose ni. Ọmọ Yorùbá lè sọ pé a fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ìyẹn la ṣe lọ sí máa pè ní propose. And we had similar thing that was produced
propose
during this campaign of Yoruba Nation movement. It is why they call it a movement. I've explained the meaning of movement. It is something that keeps moving. You can move this from here. Okay, this thing has been sitting here. Because they can't see it. Because the camera is not picking it. YouTube, Facebook. But when I move it here now, they can see it now. So, 3 years precisely ago, there was a proposed constitution of Orile-Ede Yoruba. Proposed constitution of Orile-Ede Yoruba. So can we now say that I want to call it Oriwonpe? Why did they propose? Why did they put it out? So that people can understand that what we are talking about is not a social media conversation. It's a real situation that we are in. And this was forwarded by a group called Yoruba Strategy Alliance. Just like Bishop is dealing with the banking sector, they were dealing with the constitution sector. Talotumabawa deal with another proposed for military. Talotumabawa deal with proposed for navy. Rather than sitting down there and be pointing finger, why not think about proposed for agriculture, proposed for town planning, to propose for the same Bishop talked about province. Asoroniba province in Ori. It is easy for you all to sit back and wants to pull somebody down. And we're not going to allow that. We want to be queried. We want you to question, but don't sit back and say, hey, intention more trust it. We trust the family and nearly don't go for family. I don't trust Yoruba people, but you trust our Oyinbo. You think those Oyinbo people are clean. Movie The Killer, the guy spent most of his time in a different continent. I'm not going to go into the details. He commits the crime, but he's spending a better life in one particular continent that some of you will come back and come and write the comment. Yeah. And in the version we're talking about the movie called The Killer, Netflix. I don't trust them. But then don't go abroad. They want to entrust one new work for anyway. How long will it take you to get away? Because I'm sure most of you were not born in the UK, were not born in America, in Japan, in Canada, wherever you have your resident status. They say we are Commonwealth citizens. and they disrespect a lot of Nigerians in the UK. How can that be? So let us start thinking. Yoruba Strategy Alliance, Omoluabi Worldwide, forward by Aderemilekun A. Omojola, ESQ, on the proposed constitution of Orile-Ede Yoruba. We dream of a sovereign Yoruba country worthy of our people. The Yoruba Strategy Alliance, AYSA, is a multidisciplinary group of seasoned Yoruba professionals ranging from business owners, academics in various fields from natural science to law practice, medicine, and even the military. Our ranks include Christians, Isheshe practitioners, Muslims, and atheists, all from various parts, Yoruba land, and diaspora. Some live in the presidential democracy as a practice in the United States, while others live in a parliamentary democracy such as the United Kingdom and Canada. Indeed, we are a sample representative of the Yoruba people. In the course of advocacy for the Yoruba in July 2021, the Yoruba Strategic Alliance, YSA, filed a meticulous submission at the International Criminal Court, alleging that officials of the Federal Republic of Nigeria colluded with the terrorists to commit genocide and crimes against humanity in the ploy to use terrorism as a political tool to coerce the Yoruba into seceding the ancestral land. LOO website me, koikimedia.com. The receipt of the International Criminal Court responding to what they talked here is on that website. As citizens of the forthcoming Yoruba country, we set out to create an equitable governmental structure so that we circulated a proposed draft constitution on August 15, 2021. Olórí burúkú kan wá dé ó pé rẹ̀ ní dúpọ̀ ní tìrì, àwọn ilé tó ṣiṣẹ́ títí níbo lẹ fẹ́ káwọn ilé wà. And that's why I wonder people that we've told this, we have explained this, and then start believing that nonsense that Bajantis woman, one bastard, 2x2, audio woman. And we locally in August 15, 2021, drafted something that is going to be very powerful and useful for every one of us as a proposed. Is it not the same thing that they proposed in 1958? Is it not the same thing? A draft legislation for the establishment of the Central Bank of Nigeria was presented to the House of Representatives in March 1958. I think by independent, they're already preparing the Central Bank of Nigeria. The act was then fully implemented a year before the independence on the 1st of July 1959. Some of you have even never heard about this before. Nigeria. When the Central Bank of Nigeria came into full operation, 1959, 1 year before independence, if it's by Yoruba country, you don't want to prepare the ground, especially for your financial institution, your security. Many of you don't understand what is called a movement. You prepare the ground. So why some people are pushing, working tirelessly day and night to see how they can, put things together. I want to call this draft constitution. Why do you think that they put it out? So that we have kind of a template. Template. And some of the idiot, gullible Yoruba people follow and say, hey, Baba yani template. One bastards. Where is anything to conciliate in life you can buy it? Gullible people. Just come on the social media. Me understanding it. Only be a question. Kadailo. Man do bonitiri. Mama oloma come lost in Yoruba country. Bomb bastards. Yoruba's Strategic Alliance, August 2021. Where is she in 2021? Come and be saying bomb bastard here. tó ń bú bàbá Akíntóyè àti Ìgbòho ọmọ àlè kí ló ń ṣe ní Turkey tó bá ń ṣe pé wọ́n ṣe drugs iṣẹ́ wo ló wà ní Turkey tó ń ṣe Turkey wá gẹ́gẹ́ bí country idiot all over the place àwa jókòó à ń dilute à ń dissect à ń ṣàlàyé nǹkan fún yín lójoojúmọ́ where's that olórí burúkú Dúpẹ́ Onítìrì ní August nígbà táwọn ilé ń draft constitution yìí tó draft ẹ̀ tí bàbá Akíntóyè tó check ẹ̀ tó ní kó wọ́ òkè ẹ̀ present ẹ̀ fáwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ká sì fi yẹn síta náà and some idiot èyí tẹ́ dá kọ́kọ́ mọ̀ ní màmá ọmú à especially àwọn tó ń gbé ní àwọn bíi Arab country yẹn wọ́n máa ń pè kan ní kíkẹ́ àbí bíbí ibo nìyẹn ń gbé àwọn tó ń ṣe ṣìgá ló káàkiri olóṣì àwọn Yorùbá ó ṣì tá à ń ṣàlàyé ọ̀rọ̀ fún ta ló tẹ̀ mọ́ gbogbo wọn gan sẹ́yìn wọn àìpá à ń dárúkọ yín gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́ ń sọ inú social media yín nìkan nínú àárín wa náà nìkan ló wà ẹni kí Ìgbòho kí n pè ní sin bá pè bá mi ní ságbé fọ́ kí Ìgbòho kó appear lórí program báyìí ní sin gbogbo social media ló máa burst again láàárọ̀ yìí don't bastard all over the place eré rẹ̀ pa ń ṣe lórí social media ni yóò lọ ṣe ọmọ kéékèèké tẹ́ dákọ̀ mọ́ tẹ́yìn àgbàlagbà wèrè irú àwọn bọ̀dé jọ tó yẹ kó ti kú dànù kí Ìgbòho la ṣe sí rẹ̀ tẹ́ ń ṣe Yorùbá ní ṣe lórí burúkú ó jalè wọ́n gbogbo lọ jí owó nígbà tí Jonathan wà níbẹ̀ tó fún lówó tó fún ní gbogbo oríṣiríṣi nǹkan èbí torí pàtí kò wọlé ló ṣe ń dẹnu yànmùyànmù nísìn torí Tinubu ti wà níbẹ̀ nísìn ṣèbó ìbọ̀dé jọ náà máa kúrò Nàìjíríà tí Tinubu bá di president olóṣì kí ló dé tí kò ṣe kúrò ní Nàìjíríà ẹ kó lọ poison rẹ kó kú dànù ni àwọn bàbá òṣì bàbá tẹ́ ẹni kú rè ẹni kú síbi táṣọ yín wà pọ́n bastard ní gbogbo yín kí ló bọ̀dé jọ jẹ́ máa sọ fáwọn pé ká lọ dákẹ́ olóṣì àtijọ́ tí Jonathan ti wà níbẹ̀ ẹ ṣe ní kó pull down constitution ó ti jẹ́gbà tí Tinubu wà níbẹ̀ nísìlẹ̀ ní kó pull down constitution ṣebí gbogbo oúnjẹ gbádùn constitution nígbà tí Jonathan wà níbẹ̀ àti Ọbásanjọ́ olóṣì olórí burúkú yẹn ọmọ Ìgbò kò lè dá fún gbogbo yín pọ́n bastard ní ẹ jẹ́ ká ka díẹ̀ sí nínú constitution tó propose yẹn. As a citizen of the forthcoming wọ́n sọ pé a ti gba country wọ́n ní forthcoming in tó ń bọ̀ Yorùbá nation máa dé bẹ́ẹ̀ fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ ẹni máa kú ẹni máa yé ni ẹni máa kú ẹni máa yé ni a máa lọ kò sí bá bàálẹ̀ ẹni tó lè dá dúró kò sí bá bàálẹ̀ ẹni náà ni mo sọ ojú ló pẹ́ sí ni àwa dẹ̀ la ní sí àgbẹ̀yìn gbéyàn kan máa sọ fún yín pé Yorùbá nation tán ṣe yẹn kò ní bọ́ sí bàbá ò ní ṣoríire bàbá ò ní bá wa tẹ̀lé kò ní bá wa délé lérí à ń gbádùn nínú Nàìjíríà èmi gan wà níta gan mò ń jìyà èmi wà níta mò ń jìyà wọ́n respect that shit old passport Nàìjíríà tí bá gbé passport mi lọ sí báńkì ní ìjọ Monday pé mo fi ṣe account á máa béèrè pé pálí ìlú wò lélẹ̀ Biafra náà ń fẹ́ lọ ẹ jẹ́ kó lọ tàbá ti tọrọ Biafra ẹpọ̀n yín ara yín á máa dìde bí ìgbà tẹ́fẹ́ bá yàwó yín sùn yín olóṣì Fúlàní gé yín lórí àwọn ọmọ kan lọ kó sínú inú gbónísìn àfi máa show video yẹn because mo fi avoid so many of those videos on my program now ẹlẹ́dìí mọ́ àwọn Biafra ẹlẹ́dìí mọ́ àwọn Fúlàní tó ń pa yín tó ń gé yín lórí ẹlẹ́dìí mọ́ Fúlàní lórí burúkú Dangote tó kó gbogbo economy tó kó rẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ òun àti BUA wọ́n tún bára wọn jà bíyà BUA yẹn bí àyẹn fẹ́ wà a little bit ó fẹ́ wà òkè díẹ̀ pẹ̀lú Nigerians Dangote ń ta cement tó wọ́n nínú Nàìjíríà ó ń ta níta ní tó cheap ẹ̀rí yẹn sọ àwọn Biafra lẹ́ni wọ́n gbalẹ̀ mọ́ yín lọ́wọ́ Dangote gbé gbogbo Lagos State ó gbé dání sọ́wọ́ nísìn ìbò lọmọ Yorùbá kí ló ṣe tí Tinubu náà kọrú nǹkan tó ti Dangote kọ yẹn jẹ̀bi Tinubu lówó lọ́wọ́ kí ló dé tóun náà kọrú refinery tó ṣe jẹ́ pé Dangote làwọn lọ gbé fún ẹ̀yin olóṣì àwọn Biafra náà lè máa lè dé mọ́ àtàwọn ọmọ Ìgbò kò ń ṣe pé gbogbo wọn náà dá ṣé gbogbo wọn náà làwa náà dá ni àṣà àdá wa náà ta ti ń gẹ́ra wa lórí tẹ́ ń ṣe ritual káàkiri ẹ̀yin olùṣẹ́yàn máa lè kí lẹ fẹ́ gé nínú Nàìjíríà ẹ dá kọ̀ọ̀kan mọ̀ àti màá bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ màá ní ẹ shut up come back home wèrè kí mo fi wá mú nílé ìlú tó ní freedom màá kúrò níbi tí mo ti ń gba freedom màá wá jókòó síbi tó ní freedom ṣé ti bá ń sọ gbogbo ilé Nàìjíríà ṣé wọ́n ní sójà ni wá bọ́ọ̀sì mọ́ mọ́nú ilé olóṣì ṣé o mọ̀ pé diaspora ló máa wà níta lá máa pariwo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà nínú ilé ẹ̀yin náà wá máa prepare mind yìí tàbá ti rí zobe ó yá náà nìyẹn 72 hours mo ní tó bá ti ṣẹlẹ̀ mọ́ ń bọ̀ nílé More than enough journalists have died in the war between Palestine and Israel. More than enough journalists have died between Russia and Ukraine. Any maku, any yeni. A bomb bastard. Àwọn kan gbé ọpọlọ kalẹ̀ ní 2021 níbo ní ti pẹ́ẹ́nù tìdí wà ṣé ìjìnlẹ̀ máa náà wọ̀n mọ́ ilé jẹ̀bọ́n mọ̀ náà idiot all over the place. Ìgbà tẹ́ pé ẹ lè process nǹkan lórí ara yín ni a máa sọ̀rọ̀ agbègbè wo lánàá ìmọ̀ àti wàlápà bàbá relax ni ó wà nínú ìgbàlẹ̀ àṣẹfẹ̀ oríṣiríṣi more than 30 minutes la fi ń bá lóye sọ̀rọ̀. It's a privilege. Mo lè dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn ìyàwó àtàwọn ọmọ ẹ̀. Mo ní fàwa sílẹ̀ káwa máa fi tó kù èèyàn máa sinmi fàwa fi Koiki sílẹ̀ pẹ̀lú gbogbo wọn. Ìjọ tẹ́ bá ti ń sùn ní máa dìde màmá rán yín létí pé bàbá Awólọ́wọ̀ sọ fún wa pé àwa la máa gbára wa sílẹ̀ tó bá ń dúró de Tinubu ló máa gbẹ̀ sílẹ̀ ó ti dòkú tó mọ̀ ó ń dúró de Fáyẹmí àwọn wèrè gbogbo ẹ̀rọ orí ẹ̀ bó ṣe tó bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ẹ wo bá ṣe kìborí ẹ̀ ṣe tó bẹ́ẹ̀ òun dúró de Akérédolú tó síkì bíi kíní kọ́lọ̀ fún lálàáfíà òun dúró de Ṣèyí Mákindé ẹ máa dúró de wọn ẹ jẹmọ yóò yà àwa la máa gbára wa sílẹ̀. As the citizen of the forthcoming Yoruba country, we set out to create an equitable governmental structure so that we can circulate a proposed draft constitution on August 15, 2021. Àìtí ìgbúrò lórí burúkú dúpọ̀ ní tìrì. Olùṣí ẹ̀ wá dé láàrin ọ̀sán kan. Ó náà lọ lọ́run. No, Màláíkà ló rán ẹ̀. Bomb bastard. Ọlọ́run kọ́kọ́ ló rán ẹ̀. Màláíkà gan ló rán ẹ̀. Ìrìn àárán, èmi lọ́lọ́run. Ìrìn àtọ́lọ́run ti sọ̀rọ̀ tán nísìn. Mi jẹ̀bọ́ Ọlọ́run sọ̀rọ̀ tán ni. Olùṣí. Àwa ò mọ Ọlọ́run, èṣù làwa ń sìn. Bomb bastard. He devil èmi ń sìn. Ìwọ ló máa ṣe gbọ́ Ọlọ́run síwájú wa. Wèrè. Èmi lọ́lọ́run. No, devil èmi ń sìn. Ìwọ ló kọ́kọ́ máa sin Ọlọ́run. Olórí burúkú dúpọ̀ ní tìrì. Ìwọ ló kọ́kọ́ sin Ọlọ́run, àwa ò sin Ọlọ́run. Ó mọ̀ pé devil cause èṣù àwa la lè ṣù. Ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ló lè ṣù. Èmi ń bọ̀ èṣù. Bomb bastard. Devil èmi ń sìn. Àyàn olórí burúkú 2x2. Mo fún access sí Skype mi. Olóṣì. Ó gba details mi. Àṣẹ tó gba ti Kọ́míṣọ́lá kò gbọ́dọ̀ kú. Àwa gbé yẹn jáde ó lè ní àti support òun. Òfò ló máa ṣe dúpọ̀ ní tìrì. Ó ní kú síbi táṣọ ẹ wà. Ó kù díẹ̀. Ìyẹn náà ló ṣe lè jáde síta ká mú tó wà. Lórí burúkú sèrè mọ́nú lé síbì kan. Ó dàgbòrú gbogbo ẹ̀. Àwọn èèyàn jókòó wọ́n gbọ́pọlọ kalẹ̀. You think ẹ rò pé easy pé láti draft anything? Even if we are not going to take it. Mo kí ẹ ní bullish ẹ̀gbọ́n mi triple DRS. Ẹ káàárọ̀. Mo ti wà nú ẹ̀mí ẹ̀gẹ́ báyọ̀. Ìyẹn aláàrán. No, devil èmi gbé dání látijọ́ yìí olóṣì. Bomb bastard woman. 2021. So, after gathering responses through a constitutional roadshow, the Yoruba Strategic Alliance reconvened exactly 1 year later in August 2022 to review and reverse the draft constitution. In tó ń pè pé àwọn èèyàn ṣiṣẹ́ nìyẹn. Wọ́n kọ́kọ́ gbé draft jáde ní 2021. Wọ́n tún padà lọ review ẹ̀. Ṣebí inú mọ́ǹtì náà ni Dúpẹ́ declare ló lóun declare country fún yín. Ó declare lórí omi. Èwo ti pé 1 year. So what has been the outcome after 1 year? Audio náà ló bá dé. What has been the outcome? Wo ẹ parí ètò aago 3 hours ti lò. Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí so ká tó máa pàdé later. Mo kí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá máa tún wò ẹ comment síbẹ̀. Ẹ bá wa pín kó káàkiri gbogbo àgbáyé. Orúkọ tèmi ni Ọláyọmí Kóìkì. Mo ní èmi ni last man standing. Èmi ni máa ṣí ọkàn yín kúrò lára Nàìjíríà. Tó bá rí Nàìjíríà bàbá máa tó tọ́ ni. Èmi náà nífẹ̀ẹ́ nígbà kan. Tó bá ń gbọ́ Nàìjíríà wà tó tọ́. Passport Nàìjíríà tí bá mú dé embassy kan pé mo fẹ́ gba visa láti London gan. Wọ́n tún máa wò pé ìlú wo lélẹ̀. ṣé Libya lélẹ̀ àbí Cameroon tí bá ní the most populous black nation wá ní ládùúgbò nìyẹn wà màá ní continent kan láfíríkà ò ní British passport passport yìí ò lè gba visa lọ anywhere pẹ̀lú passport tó gbé dání. Do you know how many Nigerians have been refused visa with a Nigerian passport? Òfin pé gbogbo èèyàn tó ń gbé ní UK ló ní British passport ọ̀dẹ̀. Wọ́n kàn ní resident permit ọmọ tó ń pè permit just to live, work, do business. Ìmí ò tẹ̀ tún ní public recourse. So when they want to travel, wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ lọ gba visa, wọ́n máa gba visa ni ọ̀dẹ̀. Mo kí ẹ ìyá mi Grace Olúṣọ̀tọ̀ ẹ̀yin ṣe ìjì ni àwa ti wà lórí ètò látago 3 ẹ̀yin máa rewind ni kò ní lọ sùn padà. Èmi ni máa ṣí ọkàn yín kúrò lára Nàìjíríà ìlú òṣìbọn bastard wo. 1995 èmi ń gbádùn nínú Nàìjíríà nítorí wọ́n send the pounds wà ní ó tútù worst jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ nísìn. Ìbọn bastard máa sọ̀rọ̀ abátẹ̀sọ anything má máa dárò ẹ má máa sọ̀rọ̀ Dúpẹ́ wàhálà táwọn kan ti ṣe òun làwọn kan draft constitution wọ́n gbé padà wá after 1 year wọ́n review ẹ̀. Let everybody pick something. Mo sọ fún yẹn wọ́n tẹ ní WhatsApp group yẹn ẹ mú kọkùn tẹ máa ṣe kò ń ṣe pé ẹ kàn post ẹ máa fi ọjọ́ sílẹ̀ bàbàbàbàbàbàbà Mr. Koiki ṣe ti gbẹ ta ló máa ní time máa gbọ́ gbogbo audio yìí. Pick something and work with it. Ẹ formulate ẹ̀yin náà ẹ mú propose draft jáde every draft la máa gbà kò sí draft kankan tó máa jù nù ní group kankan tẹ bá wà ẹ kọ draft jáde pé nǹkan báyìí lẹ́yìn fẹ́ ṣe ẹ mú draft ẹ jáde ẹ jókòó ẹ kọ ní Yorùbá ẹ kọ ní English kẹ gbé fún bàbá Akíntóyè ká gbé síta sórí social media pé àwọn ẹgbẹ́ báyìí o àwọn náà mú draft báyìí wá o àfi kẹ máa post ẹ tún máa post ẹ ní post gbogbo program wa tá à ń ṣe ẹ máa lọ mú program ní program tó kàn wá rárá one bastard wọn lọ sùn darí gbogbo méje ti lò. Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí happy weekend ẹjẹ́ play anthem mọ́ mo kíyà mi torí ó yìí máa tú program yìí gbọ́ so mo kíyà mi dáadáa mo kíyà bàbá Akíntóyè sọ fún yín pé láwọn ọmọ tó dá lọ́wọ́ ẹ fi àwa tí wọ́n sílẹ̀ we deal with them ṣẹ̀rẹ́ ìmọ̀ tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ gbọ́ràn yẹn àwa la máa kọ́ yín lórí social media ibà yóò dẹ̀ ń ṣe Oríyọmí Hamzat ibà yóò dẹ̀ ń ṣe Kokun Foundation ibà ń ṣe sister wa Yinka TNT eléyìí tí ń sọ pé wọ́n fi tán sọ mo gbọ́dọ̀ pa nísìn ẹ̀yin tẹ́wà mẹ́rin ẹ lọ sórí Koiki Media Instagram àwọn àparí program náà nìsín anyway kò tó bá kú mo nílé save ẹ̀ mo lè ṣe wàhálà dún 3 hours kì í má rí fídíò mi save so ó ti fẹ́ kú ẹ lọ join wa níbi tẹ́ bá ti máa rí wọn àti ní kẹ́ máa follow wa ní gbogbo platform a ṣe wà live lórí Koiki sórí àwọn kan ló pé omi ló fi gbé wọn lọ ní Lagos State ọlọ́run ní kó tètè rescue wọn a dúpẹ́ fún Lagos State government ṣe ń rí wọn gbó wọn lọ ní ìlú bomb bastard kí là ń gé nínú Nàìjíríà tó bá ń ṣe pé ìyà ẹ̀yin àtún máa sọ ẹ̀yin tún máa endorse àwọn politicians àwa ń bọ́ àwọn politicians ẹ̀yin àtún máa endorse wọn ẹ̀rí pórí yín ò pé kò ń ṣẹ̀yìn ní èèyàn gidi o àwọn ọmọ àlè yẹn mo bá sọ̀rọ̀ tá bá ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn àbẹ́yìn gidi sọ̀rọ̀ so tí bá ń bú wọn tí mò ń ṣe pé yẹn ẹ má máa pẹ́ yẹn mo bá sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn ọmọ àlè Yorùbá là ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ tó dá kankan mọ́ mo ti ń feel pé mo fẹ́ lọ sùn yẹn lọ sùn play anthem ká máa lọlé. Ìgbàgbọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ẹgbẹ́ yẹn ló dán sí àti bẹ́ẹ̀rù àṣìṣe ìṣẹ̀kún ìkẹjẹ tẹ̀síwájú ìpolówó àtẹ̀yìn ọmọ dúdú rẹ̀ lọ sí ipò ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ gbogbo adúláwọ̀ àwa ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. Sorry, my sister Eunice. I know I was going to meant to finish 6:30, but you know, it's one of those things. Thank you so much for standing behind the Yoruba. God bless Arewa people. God bless Biafra. God bless Ambazonia. God bless Scottish people. God bless Welsh people. God bless every people that wants to be set free. God bless Yoruba people. Orayola Masun. Good night. Moke Wenti Lubadan, Alau Baba, and the rest of you. If I didn't mention your name, don't get upset. We love you all. Koiki Media, Udaro. Good night. Thank you all.